I will try not to cough too much.
Did you just interrupt the intro?
No.
What's the name? Tanvir? Oh, wait, no, he's down there. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Wrestle YouTube channel and podcast brought to you by nobody, because I don't need to huddle together 20 podcasts to get all my views. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the State Wrestling Address, where we cover all the wrestling news and we do it uncensored and unfiltered. I am, of course, the Egyptian Death Machine, master of shithousery and general prick that is Aeron X. Joining me once again after his successful debut last week, and obviously he's coming back on the podcast because nobody wants to see Danny Disorder's ugly little mug. It is, of course, the general manager of AEW and the nefarious one himself that is now aligned with Ollie Peace. And of course, on December the 3rd, we'll be in Ollie Peace's corner as he challenges for the AEW Heavyweight Championship against Scott Jones. It is Adam Wessex.
Thank you very much. You will be seeing more of me, I am sure.
Yes, we will. And the man who puts the wood in Bollywood. Yes, indeed. If he's not on a tag team list, then he's definitely on a list that, frankly, is the FBI's most wanted list. Let's be honest. It is, of course, the man from India that is Tanvir Verdi, fresh off of his holiday from Cape Verde, which is no doubt named after his family.
Uwu.
Oh God, not an uwu.
It wasn't even a good one. Wasn't it
Uwu, daddy.
Yeah,
Dude,
you
you're
of all
sounding-
people should be saying daddy on a podcast.
You're sounding like my TikTok feed right now. Please stop that. It's bringing up the wrong urges.
Yeah. And all mutual masturbation aside, let's talk about something decisively not that progressive. Progress Wrestling announced this week that they will be taking their company to Dubai in December for a wrestling show. Obviously, for everyone who's, it's been a couple of days now. We covered it on the Silent and the Death Machine podcast as well, so it's worth checking that out if you want a really in-depth conversation about it. So we won't linger on it as much here. But Sons and Daughters of the Desert in December is, of course, the show. Tickets, I'm told, are around £45. This was met with an astonishing amount of negative backlash, of course, because Progress is a company that prides itself on inclusivity. The idea being that, obviously, members of the LGBTQ plus community are obviously always welcome, as they should be in everything. And unfortunately, Dubai is a country predominantly Muslim. Well, United Arab Emirates is a country that is predominantly, obviously, Muslim, and has very strict rules about homosexuality and also public displays of affection, leading to fans' outrage and anger because obviously they don't understand how a company that can promote inclusivity is going to a country where you cannot have inclusivity because of rules and culture and religion. So, Tanvir, I'll start with you. Thoughts in general, mate?
It's an odd decision because it just kind of came out of nowhere. Because it's just, okay, you've got Progress.
Didn't they?
Yeah, no build. It was just kind of really out of left field because you're thinking that, okay, look, they've done Progress, have done Canada, they're based in the UK, they've done America, Germany. I think they've done Germany. I think they've done some stuff with the Clash in Mexico because I remember Pete Dunne, I think, with the Progress title there. So out of all the countries I could think of that are left, it's either like maybe Progress running Japan or somewhere, but Dubai of all places was a really just out there one because like you said, Progress prides itself on being inclusive and, as they stated themselves in their thing, slightly edgy, but it is an odd one, and I'd love to know the thought process that went behind this and what led to them getting this booking it or thinking, hey, why don't we run Dubai?
I mean, I will throw in here because, if I speak to you, Tanvir, I need to interfere. That seems like part of it. Did you see their press release?
I do have the press release here to read out. So
it's probably worth releasing. I think that probably adds a bit of context to the conversation.
Well, the press release, it has to be said, was brought out after the backlash.
Yeah, of course.
Whether this press release was now, it could be. Now, I have friends who work at Progress, so obviously people are going to say to me, and I've done ring crew at Progress, you've got a slanted opinion, blah blah. No, actually, I can look at this very diligently and unbiasedly. The statement reads as such. It's quite a bit wordy, and it is a bit of a tone-deaf disaster, to be honest, from a PR standpoint. Progress Wrestling, good start, has always prided itself on being slightly edgy, unconventional, and seen as a promotion that does not shirk any challenges. We want Progress to be not only the best professional wrestling promotion it can be, but also a platform that can support and empower positive change. Our first show in Dubai, Sons and Daughters of the Desert in December, sums up this challenge and the delicate approach we need to take for a very sensitive issue. The opportunity to host an event in Dubai was taken with much consideration and planning, and with the intention to provide our fans both in the UK and across the world with a chance to watch our brand. We acknowledge this may not be an obvious place to host a Progress wrestling show, but then again, we pride ourselves on not being an obvious promotion, and we always are looking at new and exciting opportunities to continue to grow alongside keeping true to our roots and values. In the past 12 months, Progress Wrestling has seen the new management team of Martin Best and Lee McAteer take over the company. And with the help and support from many behind the scenes and thousands of loyal fans and talented wrestlers, together we have helped restore the promotion after a tough period for Progress, with the combined impact of the pandemic and the background of speaking out. Our number one priority has and will always remain the same. We want all of our shows to be a welcoming and safe place for people to come, and we've held many great shows this year, including Everything Patterned, trademarked, of course, exclusively with wrestlers of color in brackets, and Who Run the World, our first all-female show in brackets. In wishing to explain their aims, Martin Best and Lee McAteer said, we are fortunate, to have a distribution platform and a vibrant and vocal fan group that can help educate others around the world beyond just the sheer joy of professional wrestling. It's really important to us both that we help make a positive impact through cultural exchange and deeper understanding, and our personal business experiences reflect that. By performing in Dubai, we feel we can help support and gain a better understanding of important issues close to our hearts that we know are close to yours, ensuring that everyone does indeed feel welcome. Before I continue, because this fucking goes on forever, anything that you want to add? What you've heard so far?
From the first half in particular, like it sounds like it's really about the money. You talk about background of speaking out. You talk about the impact of the pandemic. That sounds like you've lost wrestlers, you've lost time, and people. Dubai is the wealthiest country in the world. I don't think this is a morality decision.
It very much comes across as, hey, they offered us this money, we're taking it.
Yeah.
Well, that is addressed in the rest of the statement. Change around the world does not happen by just words alone, but by actions. We feel that we can help question set beliefs and to help empower further change using our own standards and distribution channels to bring awareness of a complex issue. Throughout this year, we have built up a very strong relationship with WrestleFest DXB in Dubai, their leading wrestling promotion, entirely independent and owned and managed by Dubai national Mohammed Al Shahi, who, as Shaheen, which I believe is his wrestling name, is their Dubai World Wrestling Champion and became the first Emirati to wrestle overseas. Mo has held a number of events this year, including their Equal Measures show, and they have featured a number of wrestlers who have performed at Progress, and they became the first show to headline with women wrestlers in Dubai. We have had overwhelmingly positive feedback from all of the talent that we have spoken to who have recently performed in the region, and we sought an opportunity to be a part of this long-term change. Our ambition is to continue to rebuild Progress, and in past years, the company had traveled to Germany, Australia, and USA to help promote the brand and raise their worldwide reputation. And we want to restore that global awareness in other areas, and we needed to start somewhere. The opportunity arose for us to have a show in Dubai, fully funded by ourselves, not by any government or council, in which we can showcase our women's division on a global stage. Not only that, but we can build upon Mo's efforts by not only having the first ever Women's World Championship match in the area, but having the show hosted by a woman. Our Women's World Championship match, as one of our 2 female matches on the card, will only be finalized after our next show, which, by the way, is on November 27th. And it'd be very interesting what the kind of reactions are to that, and we'll probably cover that on here as well. But we are confident whichever 4 women represent Progress, they will all help change perceptions in a tremendously positive fashion. In addition, whilst in Dubai, we will be engaging with a number of local schools to showcase to the youngsters what can be achieved and how gender barriers, prejudices, and feelings can be overcome. We will also be recording a documentary of our time in Dubai, and our aim will be to bring a greater sense of awareness and understanding to the change that is actually happening. We hope to be a symbol of expression for people in Dubai, and for us and our talent to play some small part in the progress that needs to and is talking, well, they said talking place, I assume they mean taking place. We do fully appreciate and recognize that the world is not perfect and that change can be frustratingly slow, but we also believe that only by being actively involved in the direction of travel and showing by our actions what is possible can long-term benefits and change be delivered. In closing, we cannot address every injustice in the world, but we hope by focusing on one area that is very important to us, we can help make a small difference and help show others what may be possible. We do recognize that this may bring criticism, but we want to be judged on the results of our actions and not just by the views of those not as well informed. This is not mere lip service to a very serious issue, but a sincere attempt for us to bring a different perspective. And then there's the quote at the end that says, sometimes it is not an easy road to take, and we hope these words have helped dispel some misconceptions over our reasons for taking a show to Dubai. We have not called it Sons and Daughters of the Desert without reason.
So I think if they'd come out with that first, it would have been a very different feeling. But I think a lot of that, like, my opinion is going to be massively swayed by what their documentary looks like. They have a whole, like, that is a massively complicated issue they have thrown themselves into, and you know, Progress is happy to do that generally, and kudos to them for doing so. And the reason why I threw my aura in earlier is I think it's very much front half, bottom half for that press release. If they do it well, if they are going out there to try and sell things the right way and like demonstrate that they do care for these change, I think it could be really good. It's difficult to know. Like, at the end of the day, we know pandemic has hit every wrestling business fucking brutally hard. Progress just as much, I'm sure. Dubai is the richest country in the world. Like, you know, India is the biggest untapped market in the world as well. And you see a lot of businesses, wrestling businesses, trying to hit one or the other at the moment. So you're always going to have this bit of, well, are they doing it for good reasons? But you know, we'll just have to wait and see. I think it was a great press release, I have to be honest. But it came after the fact. And whenever it comes after the fact, is that what they really think, or are they just?
A lot of people don't agree with you. They think that this is an absolute PR mess. That press.
See, I actually think it was a really good press release. I just think if they'd done it beforehand, it would have been. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going out there. We're going to fix this. We're going to show how good it is. We're going to embrace the side, and we're going to take it to Dubai. And we're going to show Dubai how it is about how we care about female wrestlers, people of color, and people who aren't following the religion that they support. And it's going to be amazing. Like, that would have been a very different story than what we're saying now. Doing it after the fact always looks guilty. Always. It doesn't matter. And they knew that this was going to be contentious. So that's my view.
Go on, Tanvir.
I think if anything, the documentary is going to be interesting, but I'm going to be interested more so on when the card is finalized to see who's going and who isn't, who like took a stand and actively said, I'm not going because I choose not to.
But we're not going to know that unless they actually come out and say we chose not to go.
And then the other side as well is, are they choosing not to go because they don't like Dubai? Are they choosing to go because they want to stand up against it?
Yeah.
And you've got that kind of confusion by taking this stance. That you don't know where the workers are kind of viewpoints lie.
I think with some of the people will be able to tell who said no, or if they're double booked from like seeing some of the Progress usuals aren't there, like say Spike Trevay. It's not Cara Noir anymore, right? But it is Cara. It's his real name. I forget.
Yeah, he's basically ditched the gimmick, hasn't he? He's like a broken man. Yeah.
Yeah, and Roy Johnston.
Well, I mean, he was somebody who had a lot to say about this as well. For anyone who didn't see it on Twitter, he was very outraged by the idea that they had used everything patterned, which, by the way, is trademarked. And also, I do believe is a trademark that belongs to him. I can't confirm that. But he came out on Twitter and said it was very disappointing that he'd been trying to contact Progress ever since the press statement release. And they refused to return any of his calls or contact him directly. And yet they found time to discuss with his partner, who's also well known in the wrestling circles, a fantastic talent as well, somebody I work with at shows, who's a really cool person. And basically, they had contacted her to essentially say that her tweet about the situation was wrong, but chose not to speak to Roy Johnson. It's not a good look.
They are pressuring talent on their responses as well.
Yeah.
So that changes my view slightly.
Well, I mean, the individual in question, Roy Johnson's partner, is not, I believe, affiliated with Progress directly at all.
Oh, so not affiliated with Progress.
He doesn't work for Progress, no, but Roy Johnson does, obviously.
Right, yeah. You know. So, yeah, at the end of the day, I don't think like in the independent world, we should not, it's probably a better term. We should not be putting pressure on independent wrestlers to change their terms and who they are. Like at the end of the day, if you want to have a contract with somebody, then you make a contract with them and you pay them monthly for that. You don't get to control people's voices unless you're frigging paying for it for the nose.
That's why they're independent. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, no. Tanvir, anything you want to add, buddy?
It's going to be interesting to see, and because you mentioned the show on the 27th, just I'm tempted to go, but that's just to see Akinfenwa.
See, like, I don't want to go for disingenuous reasons. I don't want to go just because I want to see how fans are going to react, because ultimately I can see that online or whatever. I'd like to buy a ticket because I'm supporting people that I work with very closely, that are close friends of mine, some people who are astonishingly talented individuals who work diligently in Progress, and people that I work with, and obviously I don't need to mention names, nor will I, but it's that thing of what I'm interested most about is the card for Dubai. If the card comes out and there is a very minimal, if no inclusion of, shall we say, LGBT, wrestlers, that in itself is an incredibly divisive statement that could lead to a lot of backlash. That's your first big issue. It's not enough to just say, well, we've got women wrestling on it. That's great. Where's your representation? Where's your, your culture and things like that? I don't think that people of color comes into it as much, just because obviously Dubai is a country of people of color for the most part. Well, Dubai is obviously, I believe, a state within the United Arab Emirates, which is the country in question. But it's that thing of, so I raised this question on S&DM Pod, which I'm sure might upset quite a few people. Do you not further culture and change barriers by going to these places and putting on shows more so than making the statement of, is it easier? I personally think it's easier to just sit at home on my little Twitter machine and complain. It's easy for me to go on social media and say, you know what, fuck Progress, which I'm not going to do.
But I think it really depends on how you approach it, right? If you're going there to fight it, then we'll see that in the card. If you're going there and you're paying lip service, we will see that.
Tickets are £45 apparently for this show.
Okay.
Now, this is, and by the way, in an area of the world which is more affluent than probably any other.
Yep.
So realistically, they could charge a lot more if they wanted.
Mm.
So if it was a money-making exercise, now they might say, yeah, but they've already been paid a big fat retainer. We don't know that, though. That's the thing. Those facts aren't out there. We're probably not going to know that because that's business. But do we have a responsibility, do you think, in wrestling to completely shun countries like this, even though there are LGBT represented wrestlers who work in Dubai for WrestleFest?
I mean, I think I've got like 3 viewpoints on this. Firstly is if the money paying out is good enough and it keeps your wrestling promotion alive, then I feel like you do anything you can to keep going. And things have been so hard for wrestling promotions recently. Pandemic smashed us, and it's continuing to smash us. Sometimes you have to make it with the devil to keep going, and that can be terrible. And I think it's harder for Progress because Progress is Progress, right? Than other promotions. Like if we did a show in Dubai, people would probably not really give a shit. But it might make the money that allowed us to go beyond our means for 5 years. That's a big deal for an independent promotion. But the other side is, if you're doing a wrestling show and you care about this stuff and you are fighting hard for this stuff and you build your brand around your progressive demonstrations, then you have to. And then when you do that, then are you kowtowing to what they're saying, or are you doing something and literally going, no, this is us, this is what we stand for. We're gonna have LGBT, we're gonna have people from like, we're gonna have religions you do not like, and we're gonna put them on, and we're gonna put them on the best shows of their life.
Yeah,
and
I think that's going to be the toughest challenge for the Dubai show. Of that, are they going to be progress or are they going to regress? Like, oh yeah, we come to this country, but we need their abide by their rules. Like, no LGBTQ wrestlers and such like that. So it's interesting to say the most. And now that you've put it that way about it, are they just going for the money or they're going to push the barriers? With progress, it very much feels like they're going to do a bit. They're doing a bit of both. Of like, yeah, we've got this money, but we're also trying to open up the world. Of like, oh yeah,
we also don't know if they're getting any money.
That's
true. They could not be. But I mean, to be fair,
we're making large
money,
assumptions.
That's good.
Assuming that, and also a lot of people are just using the direct correlation of they're affiliated with WWE, so this is just a small version of going to Saudi Arabia. But something that Adam touched on there, which is very important to me, is it's very easy to use your moral compass when it's not your money and it's not your business that's being scrutinized.
And I mean, for all we know as well, WWE has said if you don't do something over there, then we're going to pull our support. And we know it's brought them a lot of interest over the last few years. And again, it is a tough time for independent promotions.
I think what's going to be most telling of if they've been paid or not will be ticket sales.
Yeah.
Because you've put it's 45 quid just for general entry, or...
But again, as well, the card will change that, right? If they've got a really progressive card and they do amazing ticket sales, how's that to make a statement? If they have a really not positive card and they do a load of sales, again, it will tell us another story. I really think this is one we need to watch, and I think it's one that I think the whole wrestling world globally is going to be watching, because I don't think this just impacts us over here in the UK. I think this impacts the whole wrestling world as a whole.
So then, as you two are both more clued in on British wrestling more than I am, I've got a question. Which British wrestler would you send over then for
Scott
progress?
Jones!
For progress to then be like, this is...
Why? In the hope he'll get killed, so he doesn't...
I hope someone will murder him and then I don't have him on my freaking promotion anymore.
I'll just get it. Which British wrestler would you send over to kind of be like that beacon of progress of like, this is our shining star who we gonna use to progress things per se?
Are we talking about like progresses wrestlers?
I'd say just British wrestling in general.
I think it's difficult. I mean, it also depends on what is it you're trying to gain, right? So progress
the ticket prices, by the way, all the ticket prices here. So the exchange rate is based on AED, which is their currency, which is basically, for one of those is basically worth about 25 pence, give or take. So what you're looking at, the numbers, it'll be a quarter of that. So standing will be about £45. Standard seating will be about £55. Premium standard, which is the front row, that will be about £100. And then VIP mezzanine, which I assume is an area, that will be about £130 to £140. So the maximum ticket prices are, to be fair, well within reason when you consider the area and its affluence.
What date is the show again?
It will be on December the 10th.
Okay, because
at Warehouse 4.
Okay, because it's not like anything mini. Because I'm trying to think of like, okay,
which by the way is where WrestleFest hold their show.
Okay.
So they'll be using WrestleFest's kind of. So in some ways, it will be in conjunction with WrestleFest as well.
Yeah, because if you're living in Dubai, then I think the prices are reasonable. But if you're like us, cost of living crisis and all that, to get a flight to go over to Dubai, you got to get accommodation, maybe change some money, then get a ticket. It's a hefty sum.
Well, it has to be said. I mean, I'll put a picture up on screen for people so they can see it a bit better. I don't know if you can see this, but that's the room. So we're not talking about a monstrous venue here either.
Yeah. Oh.
Very, very, shall we say, understated.
It looks like a church.
I mean, it's a very nice venue. It could probably hold about, by the looks of it, I reckon you could probably fit 300 in there, maybe. So it's not exactly a very similar kind of size in many ways to the Electric Ballroom. So it's not like it's going to be able to hold thousands. If it was all about money, surely they'd be running a show in a whopping great fucking arena or something. That's just me speaking in a devil's advocate kind of way. But it is that thing of, obviously I understand why anyone of LGBT, myself included, could have a backlash towards this because they feel very strongly about it. But at the same time, do you think that an overwhelming level of aggression and, sort of pushback on this is warranted? Do you think that that's, fair game, in your opinion, Tanvir?
I think, just me as a person, I think initially, yes, because from the initial reaction, it's like, oh, why are they running Dubai? But then give it a couple of days and then it will simmer down and people will begin to discuss and be like, okay, maybe our initial outrage wasn't.
I've never seen a man put their headphones on as quick as that. That was incredible.
That was
Sorry about
impressive.
That. I had to go slap the router back.
That was impressive.
That's honestly, he put those headphones on quicker than Progress had a turnaround with a statement. That was astonishing.
I just think initially the angle was kind of warranted because it's like you're called Progress, yet you're running a show in the UAE, but then with the discussion we've just had, it's like, okay, yeah, there's a legitimate discussion to be had about this, rather than because now I think the hatred and the heat would have kind of simmered down a bit, so now it'll give people time to talk about this.
Yeah, and I think conversation is important. I mean, going back, I don't know what I missed, sorry guys, but going back to what you said about like name wrestlers you want to throw in, I mean, obviously I think the obvious one at the moment for most popular would be, if you're going Dream, throw Sonya Deville in, make her open your match. She'd be massive. You've got Jetta and Charlie Morgan, right?
Yeah.
Progress.
Are we? Yeah, but is it not disingenuous to just send talents of an LGBT nature?
Well, no, but I agree. But I think if you don't have someone of that nature on the card,
they do already have extremely high-end talents. I don't want to apply my knowledge and sources, if you want to call that, because I'm not a Sting journalist or anything.
Yeah.
But you have multiple members of that roster, like Sky Smithson and Charlie Morgan, who already identify in the LGBT community. So, you have plenty of options already.
Because I think, like Mark another said a few weeks ago, and I think as sexuality doesn't define talent.
No, but sometimes being different can get different.
It can help. Like, I mean, look at what TNT is doing in their response. They're like, okay, if Progress are doing that, we're gonna do Effie's Big Gay UK brunch.
Yeah. And I have to say, I think they had their pros and cons again. At the end of the day, the differences that define us as individuals should not be things that define us as talent.
Yeah.
But they can define different. Like, at the end of the day, we all know that gimmicks is what makes you catch someone's eye in wrestling. We have an infinite number of good talent. What makes them go above? Well, if they're not excellent talent, then they need a gimmick, right? And sometimes that gimmick can be your sexuality. And I do apologize, guys. Like, I appreciate me referring to sexuality or anything else as a gimmick, but when you're portraying it to random punters, that's the way they're going to take it. Okay. Like, I have long hair and a beard. That is going to catch a certain eye. Tanvir has a darker skin tone than me. That is going to catch an eye. Aaron Nix has incredibly sexy eyes. That is going to catch a different eye. Okay, that's just the nature of it. It doesn't matter what.
I thought it was me who was trying to get the book in ACW, not the other way around.
But all of these things they catch different views and different eyes, and promoters look for those. And sexuality, gender alternative, or gender conformity, all of these matter when you're trying to get hired. And it is a difficult thing to walk, but especially when you're trying to do things outside the UK. And I think the UK itself has become really flexible in what they're having. Like, it wasn't long ago that wrestling was considered to be like one step down from football hooligans, right? But now we have some really interesting wrestlers from LGBT, from color, from everything, and people don't like, and this is what I think equality looks like, is that you just don't give a shit about it, right? It just doesn't matter anymore one way or the other, because everyone is judged upon how good they are. But we're not there yet, sadly.
That's what true equality is, and that's what we should be working towards.
Yeah.
I don't feel like a lot of people see it that way, even people who subscribe to whatever demographic. A point that I raised on Silent and the Death Machine, and I'm not hyping it, but you can check it.
I am actually got the first time I haven't actually seen it yet. I'm behind, so
well, I mean, to be fair, it only dropped two and a half hours ago or so when we were
I'm waiting for it on Podbean.
But not on Podbean. It's on
they
Anchor.
moved. Did you not listen to the last show?
No, the Wrestle Plug moved to Anchor, by the way.
Okay, I'll take it back.
But you can still check out all of our archive of podcasts on Podbean, because I've archived them, so that they'll always be available for people for, I don't know, historical value, and also just because it's nice to have it. When you've got 600 plus, you want people to know that. But one thing I mentioned on that podcast was, how many of these people who are outraged or disgusted are probably going to watch England play in Qatar, a country which has a very similar viewpoint? Where does your moral upstandings, where does your ethical spectrum begin and end? Is it, consistent with everything? Are you going to boycott watching any football at the World Cup? It's not up for me to decide. But
I feel like my next statement may possibly ruin our relationship forever, Nick.
Go for it.
I don't like football.
That's absolutely fine.
That's fine.
Has to like football.
But I do think that it's a really fair challenge. People are always happy to make their judgments on something that doesn't affect what they love the most. And I think when you find wrestling fans as well, there's a lot of wrestling fans who wrestling is their second favorite subject. And their first subject may be football, it may be golf. It doesn't really matter. But they're willing to accept all the flaws in what they love the most, and they refuse to accept any flaws, full stop, no matter how small, in their secondary sport. And that's crap. Like, you see it in America, it's quite often American football that accept, concussion issues and everything else. But you take it down to the second step and oh my God, why is that person off wrestling for 2 weeks after taking concussion? Like, you've literally had how many American football people mass murder everyone they know and love? Like, so yeah, no, I agree with you on that one. And I think that's for everybody to just take a step back and look at themselves. And, it's really easy when you are passionate about something to forget its flaws. And I think we suffer from that just as much. I know I do. I'm like, I love frigging wrestling, and I do oversee its flaws. And thankfully I have some friends who tell me I'm twat. So, evens out.
I think seeing the flaws in everything is better than, because the way it sounds a bit like gatekeeping.
Yeah,
and I hate that. Because when I see people with gatekeeping stuff, it's like, no, people are trying to like the thing that you like, so share your love so that you can kind of educate each other. Because
I was watching AEW from Taiwan.
Because they might.
So just to clarify, that means both of you are going to support AEW now, right?
No, because I'm consistent in my belief that it's rubbish.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I'll support it, yes, because it's wrestling, but you also have to be so critical of their flaws, because, like Aeron said constantly, because WWE's been around so long, is that you can critique them. Because AEW is that new hot thing on the street. It's like majority of people, fans, act like, oh, it's untouchable, it needs time to grow. It's like, it's almost in its fourth year. And the thing is, you've got to critique things so they can improve.
I agree. As much as I was being a troll.
No.
Gatekeeping twat.
So I think, as I said when Nick and I were chatting last week as well, AEW does have its flaws. I totally agree. I think there's a whole bunch of flaws that you've worked on, but I think competition breeds excellence. But maybe a better example would be taking behind you, Tanvir. You have Dragon Ball Z, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think Dragon Ball Z is a prime example where there's a lot of people who gatekeep that. And unless you know 3,700 episodes, people don't want you to be included sometimes. And I think we have that same thing replicated in wrestling, where sometimes like, oh my God, if you cannot tell me every single wrestling match this person did in the Attitude Era, then you cannot talk to me about Chris Jericho. And people are like that.
That's absurd, because the thing is, like, with Dragon Ball Z, if someone tells me even though I've got Dragon Ball Z posters, it's I've got all of the Naruto collection, and the thing is, I tell people on Naruto, they're like, oh hey, you're a big Naruto fan, how do I get into this? And I always tell them, it's like, well, the anime is there, but there's a lot of filler. So I always direct them, I say the best way to get and kind of understand Naruto is by playing the certain Ultimate Ninja Storm games.
Yeah.
Because those four are like the perfect way to like kind of understand the anime.
So taking that as an example, what about for wrestling? If we're talking about people getting into wrestling now, so for example, my kid's been talking about coming to training with me because he wants to build.
How old is your kid?
16.
Okay, so your kid, what type of films does your kid like?
So my kid loves the Marvel movies. I can see Nick's dying in the background now. My kid loves Naruto. My kid likes anime. But he loves the Marvel movies. He is a massive fan of Miles Morales. Is his favorite character.
Okay.
But he's also a massive rugby fan. He's incredibly fit. So I'm a bit of a hardcore geek. My kid is a mixture of hardcore geek and super fit rugby player, right? He has a better physique than I have already, which doesn't burn my soul at all. But he's talking about coming to wrestling, but he only wants to do it just because it's cardio, it's fitness, and our conditioning is brutal. It's way more brutal than they teach you at frigging rugby, put it that way.
Yeah.
So we've had that conversation. But he has no interest in the wrestling side. So we used to watch wrestling together. I'm going to say we used to watch AEW, but I know Nick's for kicking go, that's why he doesn't like it anymore. So I thought I'd just cut that out before he said it.
I'm not saying a word. There's a lot of things being thrown at me. I ain't saying shit.
I think because the way you've put it, and because I listened to a lot of William Regal's podcast recently, I think
he's a fucking genius. I love him.
I think the thing that you've got to do with your kid is sit them and show them, because with the Marvel, it's like, we did some Marvel, but I watched Wakanda Forever over the weekend, and that's brilliant. And the thing that I think with Marvel is that each film has got like bits of range to it, like each one's different, like Ant-Man, Doctor Strange, Guardians. So I'd say with your
Guardians
kids,
good.
kind of like sit your kid down and like watch a range of matches of them from different promotions that you enjoy, that you're like, okay, I think they might enjoy it. And if your kid says like, oh, I really enjoyed that one, then okay, I've got them. So I think it's a matter of showing them a range of things.
So sorry, Nick, I'm going completely off subject here and dragging your podcast completely off. So feel free to grab control.
I enjoy conversation, man. Keep going.
So an example is I watched Wrestling with My Family with the whole family a couple of years ago, and oh my God, like every single member of the family loved it. Like everybody did. So I've got 3 kids and my wife, and they all fucking loved it. The big one for me was my youngest daughter, and she is 13, and she said it's one of her favorite movies. And I'm like, oh my God, she's finally gone to wrestling. She doesn't turn up to my show. She doesn't watch me. She doesn't care. She finally watched it. I'm like,
did you hear the pain in his voice there?
Oh, it really burns, man. I'm like, let me show you that actual match that the show was based around. Okay. AJ Lee, absolutely, also named after me, by the way, one of my favorite wrestlers, versus Paige. Let me show you the match. She's like, that was really boring. I'm going to bed.
Okay.
And I'm like, I'm going to kill myself now. Thanks.
Yeah, but then it's also because what makes things like The Wrestler or wrestling with my family or whatever it might be, what makes those things so much better than maybe just the actual wrestling product is you have all of the story and the acting and the drama and everything like that. In an isolated moment, that match doesn't mean anything to somebody who doesn't watch wrestling.
And that was exactly it. That's what I hadn't clicked on, man. That's exactly it. But again, I think that's really important for wrestling, where wrestling is about like the story and drama and everything else. Yeah. And we go dragging it horribly back to the original subject. Like, it's always hard when you are a worker and when you know how wrestling works behind the back, that when we see things like what Progress is doing, like, is it being done to gain attention? Is it being done for good reasons? And it's very hard to tell.
I'm glad you brought that up, actually. So, in speaking of attention, Tanvir will have already seen this because I shared this in the WrestleBlood group chat.
I see. I'm not in that.
Is it?
If you want to be in it, just ask you.
Just invite me, bitch.
Or you can carry on being a whingy little bit.
This better not be what I hope you're about to say.
Is it a picture of Tanvir with something funny on his hat?
No. If it's
you don't want to know what Tanvir puts in his hands.
Is it episode 1 of a 20-minute wrestling show?
No, it's not that. No.
Thank fuck.
No,
thank
I have
fuck.
self-respect.
Wait. Is that a savage comment?
It certainly was a very savage comment.
I feel we have a conversation for that later. Carry on.
We can talk about that if you want. If you want me to upset a lot of people. No, it's a press release of sorts, if you can call it that, by Rise Underground Pro Wrestling. So I can't wait to read. So this is how it reads. You can't find it for yourself, but this is how it reads. So breaking news: Rise to debut in #North Korea. Headlined by Kim Jong-un's punk rock pro wrestling debut, we make our mark on the world stage once again, in a move that completely contradicts the ethos of the promotion, isolates and endangers a huge part of our audience, overlooks human rights abuse, but has absolutely nothing to do with money. Rise owner Leonardo Darwin said, "We are always looking at new and exciting opportunities to continue to grow alongside keeping true to our roots and values. We do recognize that this may bring criticism, but that is just from those who are not as well informed. We want to be able to run the show without having to face the repercussions. Get your tickets now." And it is included with an astonishing graphic of Darwin versus Kim Jong-un, which in itself has lots of highlights on it. Recognized by His Excellency and North Korea Sports Council, live at the Pyongyang Indoor Stadium, North Korea, the gracious Oracle Darwin versus the peerlessly great man and son of the 21st century, Kim Jong-un, making a positive impact through cultural exchange. Our number one priority has and will always remain the same. We want all of our shows to be a welcoming and safe place. Quite the statement, mate.
I love that it's a shit post, but also like just brilliant at the same time.
Yeah, I would like to point out that this is clearly not true, and they are not going to run a show in Pyongyang.
I would honestly pay all the money I have to watch Darwin versus Kim Jong-un.
You have no idea. You have no idea. I'm amazed I haven't got heat for the comment I put on the post, but you know.
What comment did you put?
I think I actually put it on. I'll have to get it on my actual Facebook. So I thought I'd jump on the whole bandwagon of clearly not taking the situation as seriously, because in some ways it's nice to bring light to the situation. Luckily, I have Facebook on my PC.
That post is very professional looking. I'm surprised.
Did you do it?
Play to Rise, and obviously I have nothing but love for Leonardo Darwin, one of my good friends in the business. Yeah. He is utterly phenomenal, and let's be honest, the only reason he doesn't work at more places is because people are scared of somebody who changes the genre and the game of what we do.
He's the second best looking man with eyeliner and a suit that I know.
Definitely the best looking as far as I'm concerned. So the comment I left was, "I'm absolutely furious I didn't get in at the ground level for the graphic design of this show. Luckily, as a staunch believer in such progressive matters, I will be documenting Rise's time with our North Korean friends via the necessary videography tools, and look forward to not at all doctoring the footage to suit a preconceived mindset."
I fucking love you.
That's amazing. I know, I'm waiting, because somebody's gonna like, oh, how could you support North Korea? Oh, for fuck's
Well,
sake!
Nick, it's always nice to see you taking your position underneath the bridge.
Yeah. I mean, I used to live under one, so why the fuck not?
Although I have just noticed that riseengland.com is currently not a legit webpage. So the Rise webpage is broken. That needs to be fixed.
That is a surprise because normally it works just fine.
Yeah.
I imagine it's probably broken under the extreme weight of ticket sales for the impending show in North Korea.
That's what I was going to say. Is obviously it's all the attention they get from North Korean fans.
See all these gatekeepers and snowflakes and all that. Oh, you're all so woke. We don't like Dubai, please. You'll wet your pants to see Kim Jong Un suit Darwin. Come on, it's what you want.
I found the website.
Did you? Well done.
It's riseengland.com.
Oh yeah, try to go to it, and if you've got any security settings, it will not work. But I will say that the Rise Facebook page is still working fine, and also I think really excitingly they tagged that page as in North Korea. Beautiful, what a work!
Yeah, they see now that
hosted by Kim Jong Un's punk rock pro wrestling debut. That is a tagline.
If ever there was a middle finger from one promotion to another, that was it right there. Astonishing work. Well done, Rise. Very
awesome.
They will sell tickets based on that, I reckon. That for me, that's very, very, very smart, if not very snide business. I think that's very, very cool.
But also, looking at the poster, there's a lot of interesting details. So, like, you've got the crown as round Darwin. You've got the rocket. You've got Trump in the background. There is. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you have not seen this,
I am furious. I was not asked to make this. I'm
Please
furious.
go to Rise Underground Pro Wrestling's Facebook page and look at this post. There is so much. We could do an episode around what's on this poster.
It will be available on screen for people watching.
This level of shithousery I could see in your your area.
We now have a brand new award section for our end of year awards, best shit post of the year, and it's already been cleaned out. But yeah, any final thoughts on Progress before we move on?
I need to see how it lies. I think go back to a sensible point of view. It's not about what's happened at the beginning. It's about I have a lot of opinions.
I demand that you react outrageously and angrily towards everything without any kind of measure of respect or knowledge.
I said I'll hold my final opinion. They've either got the opportunity here to make something important and make a big difference and show the integrity of English wrestling, or it's a good money cash in, or they've sold out on their twats. 1 and 2 I'm happy with. Like, I'm not against companies trying to make money, and like if they have got a decent payout for it, it can justify it. If it's the third option, then fuck them.
Fair enough. Tanvir, you seem to have a very wry smile on your face throughout that conversation. What have you found?
Oh, it was the Rice Underground poster. I just love the top. I just found it recognized by his excellency and North Korea Sports Council.
There is so much in that poster. Like,
because looking at it, I'm like, whoever made this is so fucking brilliant.
We could literally make an entire show about this. Like the loss of bottom paragraph, our number one priority has and will always remain the same.
Wait, is that the Apollo? Is that the? I just realized the spacecraft.
And Trump. Look between the two.
The Trump, Lady Liberty and Darwin.
Read between the graphics.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah. Move along. We'll be here all day.
Yes, we will. Right.
I don't know if they spelled sun wrong though, because they put
moving along. God damn it!
Move it along.
Sorry, I love it too much.
If you want to worship His Excellency Kim Jong Un, do it in your own time.
Worship Darwin.
WWE held a Saturday night's main event house show this past weekend in Peoria, Illinois, and unfortunately a bit of an incident occurred involving a fan. During a Karrion Kross versus Drew McIntyre match, a fan reportedly threw a drink at Scarlett, who was ringside. There are better ways to provide a woman with a drink, dickhead. Thankfully, that fan was caught and quickly ejected from the venue, and the car proceeded without further interruption. Bo Sutherland, Director of Sales and Marketing for the Civic Center where it took place, issued a statement to Central Illinois Proud regarding the incident and the arena's response. We are aware of the incident that took place. Our Peoria Civic Center security team, along with the Peoria police, quickly identified the individuals responsible and escorted them out of the building for the remainder of the show. While we were disappointed in the actions of a couple and the brief distraction they caused, over 4,000 enthusiastic WWE fans were treated to a very entertaining event. Scarlett took to Twitter to address the fan. As a classy woman from Chicago, I'm not surprised that something like this would happen in Peoria. To the granny who threw the drink, your booze was as cheap as your hairdo.
Was it years ago when Rey Mysterio got hit by the water bottle?
The great one of all time, which people always forget, and it's such a cunty fucking thing to do, but you also have to admire the sheer level of excellence to be able to hit somebody at this range, square in the forehead, is during the 3 stages of Hell match between Stone Cold Steve Austin and Triple H from 2001's No Way Out, I believe. So the finish ends with Triple H falling on Austin and pinning him, and is trying to keep both men strong. And some cheeky cunt in the crowd throws what I believe is a beer can and hits Austin while he's laying on the floor, square between the eyes.
Yeah.
Doesn't sell it either, like a proper pro. He's like, yeah, crack on.
We actually said last week, like, if you manage to incite people to such a level that they are so furious that even though they know it's a ridiculous thing to do and they get thrown out, that they launch something at you, congratulations, you have sold yourself at the heel. Well done, Scarlett.
Yeah,
I mean,
and the way she's reacted on Twitter and just being like, you know what, I'm going to double down on the fact I'm a heel, and just be like, fuck you, Granny. It's perfect. Just shows.
To be fair, Scarlett is the hottest woman in the corset in modern day TV. I would love to throw a whole degree of weird liquids over her. But congratulations,
Jesus
Weird
Christ.
Granny. You
Carrying
have done
Cross
a great
has
job.
entered the chat.
You have done a great.
What would?
Better you than me, mate. I am not fucking with Carrying Cross's bird. You are mad.
That's okay. I reckon I can outrun Carrying Cross. As long as I keep turning.
I don't think you could. I think he would literally destroy you.
I think. So obviously, I'm not as much in WWE as the rest of you guys are, but I think she slapped McIntyre, right? And then she turned around and threw shit at the crowd and managed to incite them enough that they did that. Like, that's exactly what you want from a manager.
You've done your job.
Dream. Yeah, absolutely. Like, mind blown. Well done, Scarlett. 110%.
Is it still fair to say, I know it's going off, but WCW when Scott Hall got the beer thrown at him and he just slicks back the hair, that's like the coolest throw ever.
That is, that is fucking smooth as shit, right? And that was during a period where it was almost good to have stuff thrown at you, and it was a time where people threw enormous amounts of shit at you. If anyone's seen Rise Underground with Leonardo Darwin, ever he wrestles, the incitement of rage.
Yeah,
like, I was very blessed to provide him with his latest intro video, his Titantron, which was displayed at the last event, and the number of footage pieces that were given to me where he was just being fucking launched at with projectiles was astonishing. And to him,
so to clarify to what Nix is saying, for those who haven't seen his work, we're not talking like 6 or 7. We're talking a fucking artillery barrage.
Literally, anyone who had anything that wasn't nailed down drink-wise was being launched at Darwin. Like, and this happens regularly. He's that fucking good at his job.
Yep.
Fucking good.
If you are a heel and you can incite, because people get thrown out for throwing stuff. So that means anytime someone is willing to throw something at you, they're choosing to throw away their 50, 20, £100 ticket. Just the opportunity.
But if you're ringside at WWE, we're talking hundreds of dollars, and you're willing to jeopardize that because you hate somebody. In my opinion, I think it's an incredible thing for the heel. I'm not gonna. I know, it's very all these fucking woke little tarts who think they have an opportunity to sleep with Scarlett. We're like going on to, oh, it's bloody disgraceful. Oh, I hope you're okay, Queen. Oh my God, it's like, shut the fuck up, you melt.
No, she's done. I would love, as a like when I'm playing a managerial position, I would love for someone to throw stuff at me. Please don't. But someone to be so incised and full of anger and rage because of the work that I've done. That is the greatest compliment.
What a
you can
selling
have.
point for the next ACW show.
Yeah.
Buy a ticket and launch stuff at Adam Wessex. You won't get
No,
thrown out. You
don't
get free
launch
tickets.
stuff at Adam Wessex.
I just want to, on behalf of Danny Disorder, I'd like to mention the fact that if you do buy a ticket to ACW and you do happen to hit Adam Wessex square between his beady little eyes with an object of some sort, then you will, of course, be rewarded with a free ACW t-shirt courtesy of the funds of ACW.
I'm sure that the Pudgy Charity Wrestling Champion will hunt you down to defend my honor.
Can I? First of all, he can hunt me down. I'll kick his fucking ass. He's a scrawny little kid, right? So that more like Danny Domestic, state of it. Also, I saw his little post. Oh, I'm making lunch with the belt. What fucking lunch were you making? A little bit of oil in a pan. Jesus,
I don't know. I was like, was that vodka? Like, I'm
no
not
idea.
sure that he doesn't.
No idea. From what I can tell, he lives in a bedsit. So obviously,
so he posted another post after showing him with one of his multitude of bands.
God, Danny Disorder can suck my fat one. That's what he can do.
Again, I think people pay good money for that, Nick.
Yeah, absolutely they would. Absolutely they would.
Also, the look of disgust on Tanvir's face right
now. Danny discontinued.
Danny discontinued.
Danny disgruntled is the other one I've heard recently.
Ebenezer calls him Danny with the disorder. So
I was gonna go like slightly darker, but I don't want to say it because it's like
this is a PG rated show. You have to keep it subtle, right?
you gotta keep it PG.
I feel like I'm Cam this episode. Like, don't say it.
Yeah, careful. Let's not forget the forgotten episode that never got released.
That will never see the light of day.
We shall discuss that after the podcast, my lord. So, Bret Hart was asked who his Mount Rushmore of technical wrestlers were. Would you care to hazard a guess at who was on the Mount Rushmore?
So, I'm a massive technical wrestling fan, so I've already seen this, so I should probably shut my maw for a minute.
I'm gonna, because I haven't seen this, but just technical wise, and I don't know if Brett's gonna be going for more his era or later on. One of them I feel like saying straight away is Kurt Angle. Another one I want to say is, I'm gonna say Benoit.
So maybe probably one of the better ways for me, maybe if we talk about some of ours and then
so it's actually a segment. I've been really desperate to launch another segment on WrestlePlug called Mount Rushmore, where every week we have to argue a point and deliver our Mount Rushmore based on a number of different wrestling topics. Cruiserweights.
I'd love to do that. I'd love that.
I think that sounds like a great idea, dude.
So that's something. I will say, steal that, or I will find you and kill you.
I disagree with basically all of his.
So you actually, instead of like hazarding a guess, you thought you'd just go straight to the Google machine and find out for yourself.
Well, I've already read this article.
Oh, okay.
So as a connoisseur of technical wrestling, Hart was asked to select his Mount Rushmore of technical wrestlers. All right, Tanvir, seeing as you haven't looked at it, would you like to hazard a guess at who might be on it? From what I can see, Kurt Angle is not on it.
Okay, I want to say one of them because I love him so much and I think he would be on my Mount Rushmore is Dean Malenko.
Nope.
Mr. Perfect.
Bingo. Mr. Perfect's on that list.
Okay, I got one. I'm happy. As long as I got one, I'm happy with that.
Well, the article I've got here only has two, so hopefully Adam Lee can fill the gap.
I heard it was Dynamite Kid, Kurt Hennig, Bryan Danielson, CM Punk, and AJ Styles.
That's five.
I don't think AJ Styles, CM Punk, Dynamite Kid really are the best.
Oh, Dynamite Kids, you need to do some research.
It's just Dynamite v Tiger Moss.
I'm a fan of technical wrestling, but I don't think Dynamite Kid belongs.
I think Dynamite Kid. It's still, but the thing is about
now.
Dynamite Kid v Tiger Moss.
Dynamite Kid was about athleticism.
You've probably got Jay Cargill on yours, so you could be quiet.
Dynamite Kid was about the athleticism. It wasn't about the technical. So Kurt Hennig, 100%, right? Bryan Danielson, 100%. I love CM Punk. I don't think he's a technical wrestler. AJ Styles, I love. The Styles Clash, I still think is one of the most horrifying moves I've ever seen in wrestling.
You should take one.
I don't want to. I still don't think. Have you?
Fuck that fucking chin, brother.
Oh, yeah, no. I wouldn't put AJ Styles as a technical wrestler. I think those are different. I think Bryan Danielson, incredible. Like, I think actually WWE chose to kind of mitigate some of the stuff he does. He's still an amazing fucking technical wrestler. AEW still isn't using him to his full technical potential. I mean, let's be fair, Bret Hart is not going to be supporting some people, but there is so many technical wrestlers who are really good. John Redmond is still one of the best technical wrestlers in the world ever, and I will mark out for him every fucking time.
Who's that? Who did you say is the greatest technical wrestler of all time?
Best technical wrestler of all time.
There's one.
Bret the Hitman Hart, obviously.
Yeah,
there's one technical wrestler I'm surprised isn't on Bret's Mount Rushmore, considering how highly he spoke of him. His own brother, Owen.
Chris Benoit.
Benoit, amazing, but again, no one feels comfortable to speak about him now.
I do.
We're actually talking about this at the show at the weekend. We were talking about the fact that I'm quite theatrical. So Tanvir, you're not had the chance to see me perform, but one of my all-time favorite wrestlers is the villain himself, and you're not able to really talk about a Marty Scurll anymore. Even though he was really good at what he did, and like him being a complete knobhead doesn't take away from his technical accomplishments, but it is a big thing. This is one of the reasons why I was like, normally I try, like after last week, I normally keep up to date with most of your stuff, and I saw the content on Death Machine the Silent. I'm like, I really need to get the time to watch this.
It's a hot one. It's a hot one. Yeah.
But for example, I remember we were doing a show and someone turned up with Marty Scurll's shirt. As in a worker turned up with Marty Scurll's shirt, and everyone was like,
is this after the fact as well?
Yeah, this is after the fact. I'm like, well,
and
it's tough, man, because he's a fucking reprehensible individual, but he is a really good wrestler. And the fact that all of us are trying to avoid some of the stuff he does. Like, have you seen anyone do a chicken wing last year?
No.
That's actually my submission.
Oh, no. But and also, he's one of the very few people I've seen who's taken the chicken wing, which is generally a very boring move, and make it something people are excited about. I'm quite theatrical, as
you keep saying this. I'm not seeing any evidence of it. No.
Yeah. And Marty Scurll's always been a really good person for me to kind of base a lot of the stuff I do on. But like, you don't need to be theatrical and a fucking cunt at the same time. But some of his moves.
What's your excuse?
I like to embrace all advantages.
So do I. That's why you're on here. I have no problem with that, Mount Rushmore. At the end of the day, it's subjective, isn't it? It's his opinion. So.
But no, I totally agree, though. Bret the Hitman Hart, best technical wrestler of all time. I think any top 10 that doesn't involve William Regal, that doesn't involve Zack Sabre Jr., that doesn't involve Joshin Thunder Liger is probably wrong. I think you're perfectly spot on. I don't like the Dynamite Kid. I do love Dean Malenko. I do love Chris Benoit. All I want to talk about him. I do love Kurt Angle. I do love Bryan Danielson.
Eddie Guerrero.
Eddie Guerrero is amazing, but I think Eddie Guerrero again, like way more like the luchador style. Kurt Hennig. Jesus Christ, man! Everybody wants to do a perfect plex. Like, if you don't want a perfect plex, you start doing wrestling.
JC Cardi does one.
I could mark on about JC Cardi. JC Cardi fucking sold my last show for me. But I think there's a lot of people. I think it's a really difficult one to go through. I think you're doing now. Like, so here's a question coming back to you. If you're going to do a Mount Rushmore, do you do 5 people who are like the best in one aspect, or do you do like a technical wrestler, a high flyer?
Well, that's the concept of Rushmore, is to do one of each for me, because there is just the idea of Mount Rushmore is it's the 4 greatest of all time.
Yeah,
but it's a case of I feel like there's much more depth to it and much more intrigue to it if you cover different subjects of Mount Rushmore as opposed to just the one. So, because if it's just the one, first of all, well, we're not going to get that much content out of it. We only do one. But it's also that thing of it's so subjective if you're just talking about the 4 greatest wrestlers of all time that you could literally spend hours upon it and not come to a true conclusion. You just have to accept certain people have different ideas of what that is, and they're always going to have a more personalized interest based on what they've seen and what has inspired them.
So Nick, we're doing a Mount Rushmore for your podcast. Best technical wrestler, best aerial wrestler,
best cruiserweight, best technical wrestler, best heavyweight wrestler, best promo.
Is best heavyweight like hot?
Hey, if it was easy, it wouldn't be on here, would it?
So best promo, are we talking about managers as well as wrestlers?
Well, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You could have best managers. You could have best women's wrestlers. You could have best valets. You could literally.
But how far are you narrowing this down? Like
best commentators.
You don't have to. That's the joy of it being a series. You can go.
Well, that's easy, Tanvir. I can help you with that one, man.
What did he say? What
Adam Wessex.
Best commentators.
Adam Wessex.
Yeah, when you do some commentary, let me know, pal.
Eventually.
Just saying, I was commentating on Charles Samuels last week. Don't know what you were doing. Yeah, you like that shit, pal?
It's all there. It's just saved. It's just going to be released any day.
So, well, we'll organise it, and also for anyone listening, if you're interested in the concept or you think it's a good idea, let us know, because ultimately that's going to help facilitate, the chance for us to do it more. So, let's move on with some more westernization of Arab worlds. Michael Cole puts over the westernization of Saudi Arabia.
No.
When asked if he was worried about the situation at all, WWE SmackDown commentator Michael Cole was very clear during an appearance on the Pat McAfee show. Not at all, he said. There was a threat, but we were in the capital city of Riyadh. This is in discussion of obviously Crown Jewel, and the fact that obviously Iran, which is obviously a very testy subject right now, despite the fact that Iran denied any such threat because they basically had threatened, but they had threatened Saudi Arabia over the Crown Jewel event, apparently. He said, not at all. There was a threat, but we were in the capital city of Riyadh. We had assurance from a number of different places, including the State Department. Ultimately, the event did go on as planned. Asked about the general progression of it, he said it has been a progression. 2018, we had the first women's match ever in Saudi Arabia, which was Natalya and Lacey Evans. We moved on to a championship match a year later. And this year, to your point, we had 2 women's matches. They were both for championships. We had the women's tag team championship match. We also, of course, had the women's last standing match with Bayley and Bianca. So we're gradually moving on. The country is starting to westernize a bit, and we're hoping to continue that trend. Do you think WWE is doing a good job westernizing and helping the westernization of Saudi Arabia?
I mean, they literally turned around and said, we'll go ahead with this show just in case. Let's pray there isn't a war. I mean, I'm not confident in that one. That sounds like shit to me.
So do you have a bigger problem with WWE being in Saudi Arabia than you do Progress being in Dubai?
Yeah, because there's a big difference. So if you look at any type of people trying to make statements, they always get you the biggest names, right? And WWE is the biggest name in wrestling. Like, no one's going to argue that.
Not even you. That's
not even me, right? Like,
literally, Tony Khan's lapdog has just admitted.
I'm literally sat on Tony Khan's dick right now, and I would still say that WWE is the number 1 name. Don't spit, Nick. You knew you need to swallow.
Now, man, that's what he says to you.
but like they're in the capital city, but they were the number 1 threat. Like, if you're trying to like do something dramatic and political, WWE is where you go. You wouldn't go somewhere else. And yeah, I think it was too much of a risk to take. And I don't know how much they were getting paid for that. I don't know what the payback was. Well, I'm not confident it was enough.
Cool. Tanvir, you got anything to add, bud?
Not really, no, in terms of Saudi.
Moving on then. Not really. Saudi Arabia can go fuck itself as far as Tanvir is concerned. By the way, I've actually been to Saudi Arabia. An interesting experience. Right, it's time for what will most likely be a annual fucking celebration of Adam Lee or Adam Wessex.
Adam Wessex.
Adam Wessex's humongous erection because it is now time to do the preview for AEW Full Gear.
Let me get up the card.
I have the card right in front of me. That takes place November the 19th, of course, which is this Saturday night.
Peasants and paupers. I just want to let you all know that
Adam Wessex interrupted me now. Is this like a new thing?
He's going to edit this shit out of this.
I'm going to.
I promise you, I said good stuff.
Right. AEW Full Gear takes place this Saturday in New Jersey. No, it's not in Saudi Arabia. Good news, everyone. So right now we have 9 matches on this card, and we are going to quickly break them down. And if Adam Wessex has any spare time other than this actual show, we may even do the actual full-on YouTube pre-show for this Saturday, because as much as I'm not a huge fan of AEW, I recognize that a number of people who watch our podcast do enjoy it, and I have no problem talking.
I actually think the workers for the show, you're more of a fan than the most of AEW, but I think that's the problem we have with AEW. We have an amazing roster and we don't use it.
Well, we're about to find out. So we start with Luchasaurus versus Jungle Boy Jack Perry inside a steel cage.
Does someone want to speak before I just like spunk my excitement over the microphone, or do you want me to go first?
I'm picking Red Eyes Black Dragon.
Like Luchasaurus going dark. Like Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy Jack Perry have been probably one of the greatest face promotions we've had in AEW. And it's been going on for a long time now. The turnaround from that, like Jungle Jack's not great at promos, but you can tell that he's finally kitting it because he's about to wrestle with his mate, right? Like this isn't a podcast for people who don't know how wrestling works. We know that Jungle Jack Perry and Luchasaurus have wrestled an ungodly amount of times before. Like these two are going to put on a fucking show, and I cannot be more excited to see those two in a steel cage match. I think, regardless of storyline, regardless of everything else, I think Jungle Boy Jack Perry is an amazing talent. I think Luchasaurus is, if any of you have not seen what he did with Lucha Underground, he has incredible capabilities. Both of them know each other so well. This is going to be probably, I think, top 3 matches of the pay-per-view. I am really hyped about this one. And if it goes wrong, I will lie through my teeth next week.
Tanvir, who you got? You got Luchasaurus, right?
Yeah, Red Eyes Black Dragon.
Is that what his name is now?
He looks like the Yu-Gi-Oh monster.
I don't fucking know. I don't watch anime. I'm not a virgin.
That's why you don't watch AEW either, right?
Exactly. Yeah, because I'm not a basement dwelling twat.
Fucking weeaboo.
Yeah. Carl Wilkinson legitimately lives in his mother's basement, and he doesn't watch AEW either. So what does that tell you? Luchasaurus versus Jungle Boy. I think Jungle Boy wins. I think it would be crazy for him not to win. He is literally jobbed out. By the way, AEW has done an appalling job of making him one of the better baby faces in the company, despite the fact he has all the tools to be one of the better.
I disagree.
They've done a lousy. Oh, really? Tell me when the last time was that he won a highly prevalent and important match.
But the thing is, it's not about him. It's about the fact that he's been telling this story. He's been building up with Christian. He's been building up with the story for ages. Lucha.
Is that why he lost in like a minute flat at the last pay-per-view?
Exactly, but that's exactly why.
He's not fucking Goldberg and Brock Lesnar.
Well, no, but he's been showing through. And again, we go back to what we talked about last time. It's about building up the story, right?
Careful now, because I do watch this shitty product. I don't review it a lot of times, but I do watch it. So don't fucking lie to me. I know what's going on TV.
He's going to fucking lumberjack down Luchasaurus, who is being sold as a fucking monster, right? And also, I think Luchasaurus is a great big man. I think he's been cutting him down. I think it's gonna be a great story, and I think you're right. I think Jungle Jack Perry is going to be winning this match. But the grand scheme is it's setting up for the match against the master who's undermined everything that he did. And we're talking about a year and a half of build-up, man. It's fucking awesome. I love it.
Do you know what it reminds me of now that you've mentioned that, the master thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
Star Wars.
Yeah, no, I can see that, man.
Yeah, but Star Wars draws money.
Oh, AEW draws money, man. Like, they at least get money.
Does it really?
Yeah,
I'd love to see their wage bill.
Well, I said, I agree they have too many, but I think they're doing well. They're still one of the they are the only real competitor to WWE in my opinion.
I sense a distinct lack of Eddie Kingston on this card.
Yes.
I don't. Yeah, he isn't, but he's been in the last 2 shows. But Eddie Kingston is middle ground now. He's used
Well, that alone screams
that scream, yeah.
Because he can out promo the majority of this roster with his.
Yes, he can, but he can't out wrestle the roster. Now I agree. Like
He
Eddie
started of the year throwing a TV at Jericho. That's money.
Eddie Kingston is absolutely 110% one of the greatest promo wrestlers of history, right? I'm not going to argue with that.
Are you saying Eddie Kingston can't wrestle? Is that what you're saying on this podcast?
No, I'm saying that he wrestles as well as I do.
Eddie Kingston, I don't want to be rude. Eddie Kingston is a better wrestler than you, buddy.
You haven't seen me wrestle, Nix, but
nobody has,
I'm sure
mate.
he is.
So de facto, Eddie Kingston is clearly Eddie Kingston wrestled fucking Tomohiro Ishii. You, on the other hand, are wrestling a geezer who looks like he should be working in Greg's and apparently pretends to be a fucking mosh pit psycho. Who's the real dork around here?
Him. Anyway,
no,
I think he is an incredible pro. I appreciate you're not a massive fan of BD Elite, but like the fact that he can do promos on fucking toys, on fucking sweets, like a drop of it, and they are better than 90% of the wrestlers in the UK worldwide today. But I think as a wrestler, I think he's okay. I think as a hardcore wrestler, he's fucking nuts. He's a fucking crazy psycho, and he's a CZW original, and that matters a lot.
Yes, all 50 people who watch it.
It's just his.
Nick, you and I need to talk about CZW.
I've seen CZW. I'm friends with some of their former tag team champions, so don't be giving me all that business.
Oh no, I will give you all that business, but I'll do that on another show. But fuck me,
yeah.
Nick Mondo, man.
Slick Nick Mondo.
Is that Madman? Oh, it's not Madman Pondo, is it?
No, Nick Mondo.
Who?
Fucking M. Bison Stomp. You and I'm booking you for a fucking walk along, man. You and I are gonna do a watch along.
Walk along?
It's a walk along where I will take you through step by step the reasons why you should love some of the greatest pay-per-views that you may have missed.
Did Nick Mondo literally do like the M. Bison Psycho?
Yeah, he did. He used to do the M. Bison Stomp off the top. This is a guy who made me look like a thick, muscly wrestler. Like there is a watch along is just us talking about. A walk along is I will teach you why you have missed.
It's like a watch along, but it's much slower. And much more boring.
It's like a watch along, but 10 times more charismatic because you have me involved.
I know CZW.
Wow. I'm tired of every single person. I cannot wait for the virus came. I got to hear that one.
I'm looking forward to it. He slagged me off for holding
literally take your ass
the other day.
CZW is infamous for a lot of things, but correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't CCW where Evan Bourne's brother did the flipping Styles crush off the top rope and it ended horrifically?
So the big thing about CZW is everyone kind of focuses on the hardcore style of it, but they had some amazing wrestlers doing some amazing storytelling. And one of the things that you will learn about me, I hope, unless after today Nick kicks me off and never invites me back, is storytelling to me is the greatest part of wrestling. Oh, yeah. I think, honestly, that it doesn't matter who is fighting who. If you tell the story properly, then that can be utterly beguiling. And I think CZW did some amazing stuff with that. Then they also had the fucking ridiculous, like, tornado, exploding, death trap, fiery rope matches. But that wasn't what got.
But at least they did them properly, unlike your beloved AEW.
I will hands up explain. And ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't seen the conversation that I had with Nick last time, you really should do. Yeah, that was an embarrassment.
I feel like we're getting off track here. We're supposed to be talking about AEW Full Gear. So
look at Jungle Jack Perry. It's going to be amazing. Fuck you both.
I'll tell you what. I will watch Full Gear in its entirety. And if I don't like what I see, I will smash this iPad over your fucking head. Jeff Jarrett.
I am up for that.
Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal versus Sting and Darby Allin. Oh, please tell me all about the great storytelling in this one.
Actually, so from the Dynamite just recently passed, actually, Jarrett impressed me. Firstly, I realized that Jarrett's got one of those entrances that wow. Like every time you hear it, you're like,
music,
whoa!
My
Jarrett's
TNA music.
Yeah, it's got his old TNA music.
Now that is good.
And the second it hit, I was like, oh my god, I'm marking out. Like, I didn't expect to.
Awesome.
But he came out and he is fucking abusing the production. He's abusing everything that we as watchers are currently insulting of AEW. And he's bouncing off that. And that's very clever business, right? And I'm really appreciating it. I wasn't expecting much from Jarrett, but he's been better than I thought it was. So is Jarrett Sting? No.
No.
Is Jay Lethal Darby Allin? No. I think this is very much Wish Sting.
No, Jay Lethal's a far better wrestler than Darby Allin.
Exactly. Like I think this is Wish
Anyone
Sting
who
versus
thinks
Wish
otherwise,
Darby Allin.
I will kill personally.
But I do think that Darby Allin versus Jay Lethal is going to be a really good match. I think they are both very competent wrestlers. I think Darby Allin's going to win it. I think 85%. I think Darby Allin's going to win it. I think there's 15 chance they may try and build it up now that they've got Jeff Jarrett. They may need to try and slam up higher. But I think this will actually be again a really good match. And I think for the opening two matches, if that's the way they're going to lie.
Are you on Tony Khan's payroll or something?
No. He just pays for my dildos. It's fine.
Lord Almighty, what on him? Tanvir, who you got in this match?
I'm gonna say Jeff Jarrett and Lethal.
Yeah, so am I, because I actually have respect for those two. I used to have respect for Sting until he decided at 62 that it was also I love how whenever Sting comes out, all of a sudden snow seems to fall. What has that got to do with his gimmick exactly?
Because he's a nuclear fucking opponent. That's what he is.
I mean, he'd have to be nuclear powered at that age to still wrestle.
I went conspiracy theorist and I'm like, oh, he's based off the Crow and Odin and the Crows and Fimbulvinter, and he brings the snow. But now
AEW fans.
Holy shit, Tanvir, that's amazing. Fimbulwinter. I did not expect to hear that today. Well done.
It's God of War Ragnarok just came out, and I've been
you're rocking
I love that.
I can just see Aaron Nix bashing his head off his
First
table.
of all, it's Aaron Nix, you fucking moron.
Aaron,
and second of all, you're supposed to be an MC. Good job, pal. But also, not anymore anyway.
No, I'm not anymore. I could be a heel.
But also, what the fuck are you talking about? Nobody cares.
Fimbulvinter. What?
Fimbulvinter.
It's mythology. It's the prerequisite. It's the prerequisite to Ragnarok.
Yeah, it's the eternal winter.
Yeah.
Yeah, this feels like an eternal winter.
Tanvir, you and I need to do a game stream. We'll catch up.
Jarrett and please, just don't do it over here. Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal to get the win. The TBS Women's Championship, the AEW TBS Championship, is on the line. Jade Cargill defends against Nyla Rose. Oh, look, somebody who looks like a star.
I'm undecided who's going to win this. I think it doesn't really matter because I think whoever wins it is going to lose to Saraya. But that's a spoiler for the next match.
Why, in God's name, would you put Saraya against the winner of this?
Because I think they're trying to do it too quickly. Also, so big conversation
for the main title in the women's division.
Well, the thing is like we found out recently that they hired Saraya. So again, I do love AEW, but
really,
but the thing is like, why would you hire Saraya when you didn't know she could wrestle? She is not worth anywhere near as much as a non-wrestler she is, and she's only recently been cleared. But now she has been cleared, I think you have to start making roads, right? She is one of the most popular female wrestlers of all time. She's going to be still. I am unsure on Cargill versus Rose. I think Nyla Rose is a better wrestler, but I think that they've been overselling Jade Cargill for so long now that it's very hard for her to lose a championship.
You can't oversell excellence, Jade Cargill, to defend the title.
I think if I had to put my money on, I'd put on Nyla Rose. but I'm very close.
I actually like both women in this contest a great deal.
Totally agree.
Big fan of both women, actually.
I've got a question for Adam then.
Oh, go ahead, dude.
Who do you, because I've asked Aaron this before on the podcast, if Jade retains, who do you see Jade dropping the belt to eventually?
Soraya. Like, if you're gonna drop the belt, like Soraya, Paige is I cannot see them. If Paige can wrestle, you have to give it to Paige.
Yeah, because are you going off the thing then of like,
well, so you're keeping her away from the main women's title entirely?
Well, I think that's best for her. Because
it's better for her to have the mid-card women's title than the main one.
Because if she's got a fused fucking like injury, then I don't think she can.
Oh, I don't care about that. She's cleared to wrestle. That's her. Like, you see that again, AEW fans want their cake and eat it. We're saying that, we should be celebrating the fact that Saraya is cleared to wrestle and all this stuff. But then she also comes out in a press release and says that she's not comfortable with anyone doing any moves for her, which require them like being behind her. What the fuck is that?
Well, that's the thing.
Don't fucking wrestle then.
Well, the thing is that her name itself is instantly like ridiculous amounts of attention, right? And we know enough that
not always for the right reasons.
Like, let's be fair here. Like, the people who follow this podcast aren't marks; they're smarks, right? At least I hope you fucking knobheads are smarks.
Just call our fans knobheads.
I said I hope they're smarks.
No, but you also used the term knobheads, didn't you?
I did. And if you have an issue with it, come see me. And anyway,
I would if you were anywhere prominent.
Ebenezer's gonna knock on your door, mate.
Oh, yeah. He does regularly, but I give him a Stella and he's okay. He's easily caught. But no, I think in the grand scheme of things, I think she cannot have. At least I hope she cannot have the title. I think you want the title to be on someone who's a fighting champion. And I'd say this while appreciating that I'm.
Well, why isn't she a fighting champion? And if she's cleared to wrestle, she's a fighting champion.
Because they've been told that she only do one match. So I don't know if you've seen.
Well, then she shouldn't be fucking wrestling at all.
So, like, for example, if you're going to balance it, right? At the end of the day, people are going to be wrestling based on their popularity, right? We know that's the way it works. Some of the greatest fucking wrestlers, even if they can't wrestle, like, look
that's
at
ludicrous.
It, man. That's the way it works.
That right there is stupid business by a stupid company.
But she's a good wrestler who has the capability, but she can't do it often. But if she's a massive fucking draw, why would you not use her? Like if there is no company in the UK that if she came over, and she is, for those who do not know, a UK wrestler, right? If she came over, like let's ignore her. Actually, take someone else. Jamie Hayter, right? Jamie Hayter came over to the UK. She's not a massive AEW star, but she is a AEW star. Jamie Hayter came back over to the UK and went, "I'm open for promotion." Everybody would drop everything they have to have her because of the pull AEW has, right? I'd love to use a WWE example, but we don't have a female WWE example at this time. But, there may be an NWA power character who may be showing up in the future. But having an individual in the UK who has this...
So we just fucking off Nikki Cross entirely then? Is that what we're doing here?
Well, Nikki Cross amazing, but she's not coming back for a while.
She's Scottish.
And she's Scottish, yeah. They're all crazy. I have the scars.
Yeah, that's part of the UK.
I have the scars to prove it. They're definitely not.
We draw a border.
Yeah, if you got a problem with Scott Jones, take it up somewhere else.
I have got a problem with Scott Jones. I've taken it up somewhere else.
He took it to Scotland.
Over here.
He took it to Scotland.
No, Nikki's amazing. I love the fact she's gone back. I hated the fucking superhero gimmick so much. Crazy, psycho, absolutely amazing. I think she sells that.
So, because we're going to talk about Paige Saraya in a minute anyway. But so we all Jay Cargill? I've got Jay Cargill.
I'm going.
I think Rose.
I'm going to go Nyla Rose.
Yeah. Cool. I'm just
going to quickly go toilet. I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah. I feel like I'm going to shit myself in a minute.
Do we take a pause here?
I don't know. Fuck it. We'll leave it in. I can't bother to edit it. So, you unprofessional hack, Tanvir.
Fuck you, Tanvir. Oh my God. I respected you so much.
You know what fucks me off about that? He doesn't realize. Oh, yeah, thanks. Yeah. No, it's not good now. I have to edit that. Regardless, you fucking penis. Your chair has more fucking value.
A few moments later.
All right, moving on. An AEW World Championship Eliminator Tournament final. The winner will receive an AEW World Championship match at Winter is Coming. Ethan Page or Bandido versus to be determined.
They've got the tournament at the bottom. I'm gonna say it. I want Ricky Starks.
Is Ricky Starks in the other semi then, or
it's Ricky Starks v Lance Archer, and then it'll be whoever wins that to face Brian Cage, and then yeah.
I will go that.
wait, Brian Cage is automatically in the final.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, I love Ricky Starks.
He's in the semi. He's in the semi.
But Brian Cage versus Lance Archer is a match I am dying to see. I think.
They do have the
really.
Yeah.
They are big, fucking strong wrestlers who have way more speed than you expect, and I'd love to see them wrestle each other. I think the only problem is I haven't seen them wrestle smaller wrestlers like in a competitive way for a long time. Like, obviously Lance Archer used to be back when he was wrestling in Japan all the time, but they haven't done it for a probably good year now.
Yeah, even in the G1 Climax this year, he was in the A block, which was like called the Monster block. So you had pretty much all the big dudes in that one block.
So I'm really excited to see this one. But I'm a massive Lance Archer fan. So that's where I'm lying with this one.
I mean, Ricky Starks is so far ahead of the rest of these talents, it's ridiculous.
Really? Yeah. I think he's amazing.
I love him.
I think against Lance Archer.
Lance Archer is like incredible, like a great big guy, much better than Dino Douche, whatever his fucking name is.
Luchasaurus!
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, Luchasaurus, whatever you want to fucking call him. But the bottom line is, like, when I look at this and the way they actually look and what they bring to wrestling, Ricky Starks is everything that a professional wrestler should be. Incredible in the ring, incredible talent, great presence, great look, astonishing promo. You know, the only other guy I'd like to see him wrestle Bandido, but I feel like that might be a waste because Bandido is obviously an extreme high flyer.
I mean, I think Ricky Starks versus Ethan Page is my prime, like, what I'd love to see at the end of it. I think Ethan Page and Ricky Starks would put on an amazing match. All Ego Ethan Page is fucking awesome. I know we talked about previously. He was great in the North. He is a great
and has
wrestler.
Literally done nothing since. Yeah,
and that's the thing. He deserves to have more. And I think this is a good way. I think Dante Martin's actually really good, but obviously, you know, he got dicked by.
He is literally like Dante Martin is, for me, insert creator wrestler who does flip.
But he does some. He takes a beating like a bitch, and that's an important.
No, the Spike Dudley, but I don't want to see him wrestling in the main event.
Hey, LSD is amazing, man. Don't you take away from
you know, I've got to be honest. I've looking at this tournament bracket. I don't think I've ever cared less about a tournament in all my life.
I think Roosh is really good. I think Roosh versus Bandido is a weird.
Yeah, Roosh versus Bandido could have been the final.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, I think Roosh versus Bandido is something that could have been something special.
Brian Cage is boring as shit.
Yeah.
Oh no, I like the small marine. Oh, I feel we've got an issue here. So I actually think, again, I like big guys who can move, and I think Brian Cage can move. I think Brian Cage's main.
He's just devoid of characters. Like, but I'm a big dude.
But that
doesn't matter. In this fucking thing. Roosh and Bandido are mutes. Lance Archer is okay. Jake Roberts, I don't know if he's still with him, but that is fucking pointless at this point.
Jake's back.
Dante Martin literally looks like a fucking slackhead. Eddie Kingston is an incredible talent, and apparently he had to lose to Ethan Page, who admittedly is very good and a great promo, but not for me. Ethan Page has the ceiling of a mid-card talent at best.
But again, we come back to the fact that I actually think that they are all incredible talent.
This is for a title shot. This is for the title shot.
Yeah, but I think what they should have done, and they haven't done, is these are wrestlers who deserve a voice, right? And this is something that.
Where's Powerhouse Hobbs?
Well, he's building up at the moment to have a fight against. I assume you haven't seen the most recent AEW.
Wardlow. They might be doing big meaty horse freeway of Samoa Joe v Wardlow.
There is a big meaty horse freeway coming.
You can say meaty horse all you want, but Brock Lesnar would eat all of these people alive in 2 minutes.
I see. Again, we'll go back to conversations about how you sell your stories. I still don't think there is such a thing.
Stories.
So stories like he is big, but does he? Can he screw up against Wardlow? Yeah, I think you can sell that. Can he sell against Samoa Joe? Fuck yeah, I think Samoa Joe can go against anyone.
Powerhouse Hobbs.
Powerhouse Hobbs or anyone in the business. To be fair, including Brock Lesnar.
Like this is a real.
I still think that Rusty Jack can go up against.
That's because you're a fucking moron. Ricky Starks is the only talent here who has any business fucking winning this tournament.
Nah, Ricky
doesn't. That's
Ricky Starks, Lance Archer, Brian Cage.
Those two fucking goobers on roids have no business being anywhere near Ricky Starks.
So Brian Cage's only weakness is the fact that he is fucking injury prone, but he is a fast, strong, big wrestler. Yeah, he's not great on the fucking mic, but that's what managers are for, man. I don't think Taz is the best choice, to be fair.
Taz is his manager.
He hasn't really got one at the moment, but Taz is the most recent.
You know, he's actually selling it to me.
Wasn't it not Tully Blanchard? Because they had the Tully Blanchard thing. But
let's fucking move on, because this is not let's break down all of AEW, and we do not have all night to fucking go through this fucking card. So I'm gonna fucking seriously, Daddy Nix needs to fucking get some order in here. I am bored of this. Right, Ricky Starks could win it. Who do we have? So who's winning it? I asked for predictions, not
Ricky Starks. Ricky Starks.
I would love Ricky Starks or Ethan Page. I think Ethan Page and Ricky Starks will be the end, and I think Ethan Page has it.
Cool. So yeah, Tanvir has taste. You do not. Right, moving on. What else do we have here?
Yeah,
you said Daddy, so are we gonna go to Oh Scissor Me Daddy?
Oh,
why the fuck
Scissor
not?
Me Daddy.
So the Acclaimed will defend the AEW World Tag Team Championships against Swerve and Our Glory.
I think the storytelling has been great.
It's the Acclaimed.
The Acclaimed storyline has been comical, but they've also done the storyline of Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland and how they're breaking apart, where one's a heel, one's a face. I think this is guaranteed.
They're not breaking apart if they're in the title match, though, are they?
They are. I think something's going to happen in that match that will break them apart, and I think because of that, the Acclaim will win it.
Cool. So yeah. Oh, by the way, Keith Lee infinitely better than all of the other meaty horses in that shitty tournament bracket.
Keith Lee is fucking incredible. Keith Lee and Samoa Joe. To the rest.
Jamie sounds like a fucking accountant, but you know it is what it is.
I love Keith Lee's voice. It's so like soothing.
Yeah, and if I want to fucking
soothing isn't what you want for wrestling.
I ask. I want somebody to read the fucking Lord of the Rings trilogy to me. Great, Keith Lee will be first on my list.
I'd fucking pay for that.
Not fucking audible.
He's so eloquent, though. I love it.
Oh, he's so eloquent. Fucking hell, kill me now. The Acclaimed, yeah, sure, why not? The Acclaimed. I like the Acclaimed. They're very good. Don't really like the whole Billy Gunn thing. Think it's stupid.
Scissor me, daddy ass.
Yeah, the scissor me stuff.
Come on, Tanvir. Come on. Yeah.
I fucking hate you two so much. Honestly. And people saying you're not fun? No, I'm not. Fucking not.
That's one of Mark's icks, though, isn't it? Because he hates the whole daddy thing, doesn't he?
Who hates the daddy thing?
Mark.
Hey, if
Mark,
he
doesn't. Yeah. But that's
Mark's dad issues are entirely his own, man. We don't need to worry about those.
No, he hates he
actually is the father. So you know, it's what it is. Right, Tony Storm defends the interim AEW Women's World Championship against Jamie Hayter.
I am a massive Jamie Hayter, Mark. Wow, 110%. Local girl. Fucking rocking it in America. She has totally revolutionized herself the last few years. 110%.
Totally revolutionized what?
Herself. Like she came out.
Oh, I thought you said, yeah, she's all right. She doesn't feel like a big star.
Jamie fucking hater.
It's fucking Jamie Hater, man. I am with Tanvir on this.
She's got the look. She's
that's all very well and good. So does
promo.
Ricky
She's got
Stark.
the in-ring skill.
She has
Jamie's
Having it
the
all
whole
doesn't mean that
package.
you are it.
No, Jamie's the whole package. And the thing is, it's time Jamie breaks away from Britt because it's been too fucking long. It's like
I think Jamie Hater beats Tony Storm. Jamie Hater versus DVD. It would be amazing, man. Jamie Hater's got so much better. We just need to see what she can do.
Yeah,
I'm with Tanvir on this.
Tony Storm.
She has good makeup.
Because she's also a better wrestler. Sorry, like I don't give a shit if she's British or not. Like, it's ultimately who's the better talent that should be going over, and it's Tony Storm.
You're welcome to your opinion, and it's Jamie Hayes better, but you're welcome to it.
She's not though, is she?
She's so good. She's got some she really
not.
is.
Let me know when Jamie Hayes has done nearly as much as Tony Storm has in the rest.
She hasn't done as much yet. But I think that actually Jamie Hater.
Is she?
Well, then when you're talking about wrestlers,
well, that's like saying Dolph Ziggler's a bigger star than Brock Lesnar. This is not the case, is it, mate?
Yet.
Opinions are like arseholes, and your one is absolutely flooded with shit right now. So,
but it accepts all, and that is what makes.
Speaking of flooded with shit, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD versus Saraya.
Saraya.
That might be the most predictable match on the card. All right, cool. Moving on, because this card sucks. Good. A wrestling match. A fatal four-way match for the Ring of Honor World Championship. Chris Jericho defends against Bryan Danielson, Claudio Castagnoli, and a whingy little gimp on social media.
I love you. I love you so much.
Yeah. Fucking someone who got sparked out by Eddie Kingston. Yeah, that guy.
To go on, Tanvir, I'll let you go here because I am our local mark. So
story-wise, I'm gonna go because I'm going Bryan Danielson. So then you can do.
How the mighty have fallen.
So then you can do the old classic of it'll be a full circle of Bryan Danielson v Daniel Garcia in a unification of the world title and the pure title, like Bryan did many, many years ago.
I love that idea, but as much as I hate to slag off what I'm supposed to stand for, AEW have not proven that they're willing to be interesting in what they're doing for the future with the Ring of Honor stuff. I actually think it's probably going to be Chris Jericho to retain. And I hate that. I think Claudio Castagnoli, way better as a champion. Bryan Danielson, way better as a champion. Sammy Guevara, fuck off. I love him, but not for this. And I think they're going to hold it with Chris Jericho, and they'll do something down the line. So Chris Jericho to retain.
Bryan Danielson should win, but the problem is that all the Ring of Honor belts have absolutely no meaning anymore because it's not a company, it's not an independent company anymore. So the fact that it's literally just a feeder system now so that they can have more champions on is ridiculous, and it completely devalues the already frankly devalued belts that AEW has on offer. Nice to see that the trios champions aren't on this show either. That's really good stuff, that is.
And Ring of Honor's it's been wasted. They had an opportunity to do stuff good with it, and they didn't do it. It doesn't matter anymore.
It's Full Gear. It's AEW.
It's fucking second gear from what
we still got a Rampage and a Dynamite to go, and as the line always goes, card subject to change. So there could be more matches, guys.
Hope so, because this card needs completely overhauling. And in your main event for the AEW World Championship, MJF cashes in his casino ladder poker chip to face the current champion, John Plumber Moxley.
Oof. I have loved the build up to this match. I love the promos. MJF is, I think, undoubtedly one of the best heels in the business. I am very hyped for this match. I'm not sure. I think MJF's going to take it, but I think there's going to be shenanigans.
MJF?
MJF?
Lord have mercy. I wish I've never wanted Cameron on a podcast so much.
Cameron, you're wanted. See, you felt unloved. Now you know that you're wanted.
Come to me, Cameron Anderson.
Yeah, of course, you want the youngest person.
Scissor me, Cameron.
He's basically a boy, so I mean, you boys, you guys carry on.
I mean, he's got a girl, he's got a title, he's got a job. He's a man at this point.
Yeah, he's got Amanda Gray in his pocket, that's for sure. MJF, I think, would make more sense to win the title at this point. I think Jon Moxley is a good champion, but not a great champion. There's something about him that feels decisively average once he starts wrestling. All the stuff, the build up to it is great. I like his promo. I like his look. I like his gimmick. But as soon as he gets in there, I cannot miss a Bryan Danielson match. I cannot miss a Pac match. I can afford to miss a Jon Moxley match. So that's how I look at it.
I feel like Moxley's like one of those wrestlers who really comes over as a beast, though. I think he's got great impact.
Well, like Nick Mondo or whatever his name is.
Sick Nick Mondo. Man, that's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time.
Yeah.
Like...
Is he on this card, by the way?
Sadly, no, he retired many years ago.
Yeah. Probably, I mean, to be honest, you don't have a choice but to retire if you think CZW is good.
It was like with Moxley when he first left WWE and came to the Independents. It was hot and it was cool to see. But now seeing him a bit more of the years, I'm a bit inclined with Aeron to be like, I feel like I'm missing Jon Moxley match because majority of them feel kind of samey.
Well, I mean, I will say I don't think he has a massive repertoire, but I still think he's one of those people who hits with proper impact. We were talking last time, Nix, about people who look like wrestlers, and you cannot argue that Jon Moxley doesn't look like a wrestler. He's a fucking beast of a man. He is massive. He has impact. He delivers his moves with that gravitas that knocks people over. I think his promos are good. I think one of the things that AEW has as a weakness is quite a lot of their wrestlers can be very good, but they cannot use a fucking microphone. I think Moxley can use a microphone adequately, and also he's a good wrestler. And I think we're going to see. I mean, like, Jesus Christ, like, we look at people like Roosh, right? Roosh is fucking impactful, man. But obviously, like, English isn't his primary language. But like, you look at him in the ring and he still smashes it. There's a lot along those lines.
And yet not a single person is buying this pay-per-view to watch him wrestle.
No, son, I don't think Roosh is. I think this, if you're buying for this one, you're paying for Moxley, you're paying for MGF, you're paying for the Acclaimed. If you're not paying for Keith Lee, you're a fucking idiot. I think you're paying for Ethan Page.
I mean, I do have an Audible subscription, so that's why I pay for Keith Lee.
Hey.
Oh, come on, Keith Lee's fucking awesome, Alec.
You're
the man.
Actually, Aeron,
was a better wrestler.
you might be a genius in that you might have found what Keith Lee's going to be doing post wrestling. Of like he could record.
And to be honest, from what I've seen of what they're doing with him in AEW, the sooner he's post wrestling, the better. The poor bastard.
Well, it's just what I thought. I think the main problem AEW...
What has he done in AEW, right? That's that much more impactful than what... So, remember the fucking kickoff when he went up to the main roster in WWE and he was in shorts and he was called Bearcat or whatever? Is this that much better than that?
No, but it's way better than fucking firing him.
The thing is, at least he's able to portray himself.
Also, this thing, though, like, how rude of them to fire people and thin their roster. Like...
No. I agree. Finning the roster
AEW needs to fire half his roster. It's ludicrous.
I totally agree. And if I was general manager for this substandard thing called WWE, I would have fired a lot of other people before I fired Keith Lee. He was on fucking fire at the time they fired him. He had like serious fucking crowd support. And they fired a lot of people, but some of the ones that really confused them, like they fucking fired like the greatest monster they've had in ages as well. They made a lot of poor decisions. I think Keith Lee's is one of those. And AEW still has the advantage of being a big wrestling promotion where you can wrestle with indies. And I think that suits people like Keith Lee's.
I
And
think
nobody gives a shit about any of those indies.
I think Adam needs to do what we did, I think, a few months ago on the pod, Aaron, where we went
I'm
into
not taking my clothes off for you,
No.
Tanvir.
No,
matter how hard
no. It was on
Oh, please, you were saying you were going to scissor him earlier. How quickly back fucking tracks on that?
That was private.
It was
private, Nix. Private.
We went onto the AEW roster page and compiled a list of guys we think who should go. So I think so. I'd love to.
I am well up for doing that.
I'd love to hear your take on it because we all came back with lists on the same night and it's like, okay, we get.
I'm up for doing that because I think.
Yeah, and Brian Cage was on everyone's list by the way.
How are you leaving a small
As was Lance Archer. So
no. I fucking love Lance Archer and the Swolverine. I think they are. I love big men who have impact. I love big men who have the ability.
Now there's a soundbite.
Ladies and gentlemen, you'll find out at ACW quite how much I love my big men. Wait, no, I don't want to put that.
Wow, I cannot wait to clip that and send that to Scott Jones. Cannot wait. That is going all over the socials. AEW next week. Cannot wait. By the way, nice job putting the poster out nice and early, boys. Is what it is. So yeah, that's the Full Gear card. I said I'd watch it, but honestly, I'm looking at that card. I think that card is dreadful. I think that is a really, really boring, mundane card full of talents that like it's got loads of talents, right? Loads of great wrestlers, and they're all doing stuff that makes absolutely no sense or is ultimately not great fits for them, in my opinion.
So let's.
By the way, women's division terrible. Worst women's division in mainstream wrestling.
I still think they have some of the greatest women talent. I don't think they're using them right. I agree. I think the problem with AEW at the moment is that they have a ridiculously bloated roster. That means they can't use anyone right. I think Tony Storm versus Jamie Hayter is going to be a great match, actually. I think
probably get about 4 minutes knowing Tony Khan.
That's the worry. That's what I was literally going to follow up with. My worry is, are they going to be given the time? They got a lot of matches again. The 9 matches, 10 matches.
Yeah, again, that's another massive turn off for me. I do not want to watch 9 fucking matches. I don't.
It cards should be 6, 7 at a max.
Yeah. I think it depends on the match. The problem is like we know how it works. If you got 9 matches, 2 of them are going to be shit, right? Because they're going to be like a few.
I mean, looking at this card, it looks like there's only going to be 2 good matches.
Oh, really? What 2 do you acclaim?
I think the main event will be excellent. It has to be.
Yeah.
And I genuinely believe that the Ring of Honor Fatal 4-Way will be technically fantastic.
So you don't think Swerve and
that'll be okay. I don't. The problem is I've seen it before as well.
Yeah.
And also, it's a tag team division. Where the fuck are FTR?
Yeah.
You're literally the best tag team in the world, and you can't find room for them on your pay-per-view?
I think it's...
Are they injured?
I think it's because they're in Japan.
They're not.
Well,
they've already done it.
Screens volumes about how stupid they are. Because
already...
they should be prioritized on AEW before anywhere.
Let me check because I've got the schedule up for New Japan because I watched the defense. They already defended against Khan.
Where's the Lucha Brothers? Where are they?
They're the trios champs.
They're trios champs.
Yeah, exactly. So where are they?
Where's
Pac, the best wrestler in the company? Where's your fucking lapdog, Orange Cassidy, by the way, who apparently is super over? You were making that big point last week, weren't you? You were sucking his dick. He's not even on the fucking page.
He's on the show tomorrow.
He's doing an open card. He's doing like a...
So he's on Dynamite, but not the pay-per-view. So basically, we are
subject to change
as a whole that he's not good enough to be on pay-per-view.
No, because again, this is what happens when you have a bloated roster. So, and I'm
not going to argue. I just realized
it is a bloated roster.
If he's that good, he'd be on every pay-per-view, wouldn't he?
I just realized one thing with AEW that we may have overlooked. It's a pay-per-view. There's going to be the buy-in.
Oh, yeah, there's going to be the buy-in, yeah.
Great.
So there's probably going to be...
What we're saying is even more so, great, Orange Cassidy can go on the pre-show because that's where he belongs.
Oh, dude, I think Orange Cassidy is really sold.
Guy's trash.
No, I totally disagree. He is
Trash gimmick. The reason that AEW fans like Orange Cassidy is because that's actually something they can aspire to be. Somebody who puts their hands in their pockets and does very little with their lives.
It's
That's
just
whoa,
it's just
yeah.
it
Because
was,
ultimately that's all they do is fucking put their hands in their pockets and
it
hope for a handout.
it was cool at first. It's gotten boring now. Every match feels the same, and I'm really fucking bored of it. It's like, come on, man.
So I agree that it can come over boring, but you got to remember that we're people who understand wrestling, right? Not everybody who watches it does. The thing is he's still one of the people who sells the most amount.
And yeah, he's not on the pay-per-view.
No, he's not for this one.
What's your argument for that?
The argument for that is the fact they've got a fucking bloated roster, which
that's not a good argument, is it?
No, it's not a good roster.
I want to know if Orange Cassidy's that over and he's that good, why is he not on this pay-per-view?
Because he's going to be in something else beforehand. So I know he's in a match.
So yeah, but that's
Friday.
not a good thing.
No, I agree. And I said, I don't think
if he's that good, why is he not on a pay-per-view?
Because they have too many people and they need to cut them.
Because they're fucking stupid and don't know what proper talents are. Because otherwise, the Lucha Brothers and Pac would be on this fucking show.
But you can't just have the Lucha Brothers Pac.
Well, you actually can because they're fucking world class at what they do. Where's Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks, by the way? Have they come back yet, or are they still fucking crying in their little?
I believe they're still crying.
Kenny still having a little fucking whinge because he got bitten on the shoulder by a no mark. Is that
what but a dog, I think, as well. But
apparently,
all of that
fucking hurt. And to be honest, how anyone, if that story is true, by the way, that when they kicked the door in, it hurt the dog. That immediately for me says, "Fuck all of you. You can all get in a fucking." Bin.
I mean, to be fair, if I do not know if that's a work or not.
Even if it's not, we're talking about 3 people in a position of power, executive vice presidents of a company who kicked in a door and started a fight with an individual.
Well,
tell me that you would keep your job after doing that in the real world. Absolutely.
I mean, let's be fair. Like that,
they should have been fired on the spot.
That was a fucking clusterfuck, and because of that, that's what's led to CM Punk now.
The reason that CM Punk isn't coming back, from what we hear, and the fact that Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks are, is because Tony Khan is a fucking moron. Because if you think CM Punk doesn't draw more money than all 3 of them combined, you're an idiot. And I don't even like CM Punk, but he is infinitely a bigger star and a bigger draw.
Well, CM Punk, the second he arrived, like I'd lost my interest in CM Punk years ago. The second he arrived, I got excited again. He has been someone who was like the fucking pipe bombs, how he did the changes, everything else. I used to fucking love him back with like I always say, like the big thing that got me into him was him slamming Shannon in the face back years ago in as well. But like AEW this year has had a shit year, right? I'm not going to argue that. I think AEW still has some really fucking good talent. I think they have some really good storytelling, which is longer and more exciting. I think WWE is better now than it has been in a long fucking time. And I think Triple H is the person to acknowledge for that. But I think AEW is still the number 1 contender to WWE.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything.
I disagree. I think they had
Impact
no
at one point challenged them. Did that mean anything? No.
Yeah, it did, because whenever anyone has stepped up to WWE had to step up higher.
Yeah, and WWE flattens them.
And that's great, man. Like, as a fan of wrestling, people challenging WWE and WWE pulling out the fucking stops and showing it.
Saying you're the next best. Like, basically, what we're doing is celebrating winning a silver medal, and nobody gives a fucking shit about
what we're fucking celebrating is people stepping up and going, you know what? You want to have a fucking fight? We're going to fight.
Yeah, but what fucking infuriates wrestling fans like myself is the fact that they had an opportunity to do it properly, and all they are right now is WCW with even more money.
Their last year has been rubbish. And I can't argue that.
That's what fucking winds me up the most. It's not the AEW shit. It's the fact that they have all the fucking potential in the world, but they would rather push Orange Cassidy and Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. You got Lee Moriarty, one of the most game-changing wrestlers and one of the most incredible individuals in our sport who has changed the culture of professional wrestling. And he gets a title match, and then he'll probably be on AEW Dark for the next 6 weeks. Great. That shows right there that you don't know how to book. The fact that you think Orange Cassidy should be in a more prominent position than Pac shows that you don't know how to book. The fact that you think that a guy in a dinosaur mask is like a good thing. They fucking grow up. It's fucking. It's supposed to be professional wrestling. A lot of these people are just cosplay theater enthusiasts.
So regardless of the fact that you are literally quoting me from what I do as my GM role.
Do you work for AEW though? If you were in AEW, I'd expect you to do more than what you do now, because you would be getting paid an astonishing amount of money.
But the thing I want to say here is the fact that I think, honestly, in the wrestling world, having theatrical, having comedy, having these like doubling down on gimmicks is what makes you different. No one, and I don't think anyone who's being realistic to themselves in the fucking world can say that you can beat WWE at what they do, right? Full stop. They had the best production.
Yeah, but that's not the argument most AEW fans are making.
But no.
They think their product is better than WWE.
Your argument is what Reddit says, which isn't the same as what AEW fans say. At the end of the day, 95% of people who enjoy what they fucking like aren't going to be bitching about it on social media. Right?
I thought they were one and the same.
Massive fucking difference, dude.
AEW
but the same thing.
They are WWE.
No. AEW fans are AEW fans. WWE fans are WWE fans. You've got the smarks and the marks between us who are arguing otherwise, right? And I think there is a world for both. I think WWE, we don't know quite where they're going to land now, but they have always been most recently been sensible, mature storylines with the occasional complete and utter bat fuck. Like, let's take putting spiders in fucking boxes, right? Okay. Miss you, by the way, Eric Redbeard. But you take AW has doubled down on some of the more comedic stuff, right? Like you watch, we go back to Lucha Bros, right, versus Young Bucks. Like big circle doing super kicks to each other. Does it make sense from a storytelling point of view? No, it fucking doesn't. Does it make sense from a wrestling point of view? No, it fucking doesn't. Is it entertaining TV? Yes.
Yeah, and that's why it doesn't get nearly as many ratings, because it doesn't make sense.
But there was a lot of people I know who were fucking hyped about it and thought that was one of the greatest matches they'd seen. But it's about appealing to different crowds. You cannot try and take from the number one leader. You have to try and grab everyone else, right? And this is what I think.
Yeah, but that's why you have this stupid roster full of guys who aren't good enough to be on TV. Half of these talents on this card shouldn't even be on TV.
So which ones?
Right. So like let's look at this card, for instance. So Luchasaurus shouldn't be on TV.
Totally disagree. Absolutely amazing Lucha Underground. He's a big,
Lucha
fast,
Underground,
big
which,
man.
by the way, drew viewership of about 100,000, and I liked it. But the thing is, see, I look at these things from a business standpoint, not a mark standpoint. And the bottom line is that Luchasaurus is never going to be a big deal in wrestling.
Totally disagree. I think from a wrestling point of view, he's done really well. He gets a big chant for the crowd. He does some really big, flashy moves. He's built up his storyline really, really well.
What does he do that Lance Archer can't do better?
Standing moonsault.
Wow. Really? That's his selling point. He can do a standing moonsault.
It's not as if you haven't got like six other guys on the roster who don't do a standing moonsault.
Not his height, man, and that's the thing. So
but that's again, that in itself is fucking stupid. I do not pay money to see Luchasaurus do a standing moonsault.
So
who pays money to see Luchasaurus flip?
But people do, because it makes.
What's the point? Because he can't do it better than a Pac or a fucking Ray Phoenix, right? Can do all this stuff 10 million times better than all of them. So what's the point of watching Luchasaurus do it? You're 6'6", whatever it is. You're massive. You're jacked. Like, I want to see you fucking destroy people, dominate them, not flip around trying to fucking wrestle the same.
What about taking a 6'+ man walking along the top of the rope and jumping off it? Like that has literally wet the pants of hundreds and thousands.
And again, that's one of Lance Archer's biggest problems. Why are you doing it every fucking
I was actually talking about Undertaker for this respect.
But Undertaker, I mean, let's be honest, Luchasaurus couldn't even hold Undertaker's jock strap.
No, I actually think they're very different. I think they're very similar. I think, again, it's about selling, right? everything in wrestling about selling. I think these are people who are doing things that
What's selling?
If I see somebody like Sammy Guevara do a standing moonsault, I'm like, yeah, he's a small midget he's a small healthy guy doing a moonsault. That's all right. But if I see someone like fucking Luchasaurus doing it, I'm like, wow, actually that was really impressive.
Yeah, if he does it once in a blue moon, if he does it every match, it completely devalues the quality of that move.
But that's how signature moves work.
Yeah, but his signature move is a standing moonsault. That's fucking stupid. You're 6'6", 6'7", whatever it fucking is, and your signature move is a standing moonsault. You're a moron. Like you don't. That's not wrestling. That's not. You obviously don't get it. Like for me, great. So what's more impactful, Keith Lee doing a moonsault or Keith Lee literally pouncing Adam Cole into the 4th row?
And then knocking the top rope off for the process.
How many times do we fucking see clips of Keith Lee and Donovan Dijak trading moonsaults? Oh, never. How many times have we seen Adam Cole getting yeeted into the fucking 4th row? About 50 million times.
But the thing is that it's about having that variety, right? Like we're in a world now where we are seeing wrestlers.
But if these big guys, if it's so cool, these big guys do it, and you don't. So what you're essentially saying is we don't need anyone who's a cruiserweight. Then.
Yeah. No. What I'm saying is variety is the entire key, right? I want to see cruiserweights doing stuff that blows.
It's not a variety.
I want to see heavyweights.
If every big guy does it.
No,
Brian Cage does it. Lance Archer does it. You've lost your variety. All of a sudden, you're not special.
But that's how they sell it. Like let's take the grand scheme of things, okay? We've seen independent wrestling quite a bit over the years between us, right? We watch independent wrestlers doing stuff that other people have done, but it's about how they sell it, right? It's about how they look, how they sell, and how they build, and that's what makes it special. Like again, going back to our previous conversation, I believe that any match, if sold properly, can be beguiling, can be interesting. It's about the theater. It's about the story. And yeah, I appreciate that sometimes they can be unbelievable, right? Small person versus big person, undefeated monsters versus those amateurs. But it's how you sell those stories. And I think it's about how you double down on those wrestlers and their abilities. Not everyone can be fast, right? Like not everyone can be the Swolverine Brian Cage's size and jump over the top rope. But there are some who can. But you sell them differently. It's all about that. It's about taking away what we expect and make it something exciting. And that to me is wrestling. When I see like something that just takes me by surprise, whoa, fuck yes! That's the exciting part of it. And that happens in a live show, it happens in WWE, it happens in TNT, it happens in AEW. And that's the same for all of them. And I think AEW is more about having some of that variety between the moves than WWE. I think WWE is a lot more polished product, and I will never argue that. Like their production cannot be touched in the fucking world. And anyone who says otherwise isn't paying attention. But I think AEW has a larger variety of stuff they're trying to try, and they have an appeal of characters and attempts that aren't done in WWE that appeal to the different crowd.
Well, I mean, Luchasaurus for me is not good enough to be on TV. And even if he is, he needs to be fucking woefully carried. A lot of it is not even like, for instance, Darby Allin. Like, I like Darby Allin, but what realistically does he do that makes him stand out that much?
Try and kill himself, generally. I think Darby Allin's
Jeff Hardy did that for years. Let's see how that worked out.
Well, similar point. I think Darby Allin's going to be is either going to be an absolute fucking superstar or is he be dead. I'm not sure which way he's going to lie.
Ridiculous.
It's one or the other.
That's the other thing as well, though. Like we're watching people do so. This is one of the biggest problems of AEW is that they literally throw shit at the wall every single week. Half their matches have no build whatsoever. They scream WCW circa 2000. This could be a great main event. Have it on Dynamite. Stick this on Rampage. No build, nothing. No build whatsoever. the biggest fucking rivalry you could have ever possibly had. Young Bucks and FTR was fucking awful. Anyone who thinks that was good storytelling clearly is a moron.
All of these matches have build up. So Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy Jack Perry has been building up for ages. Jeff Jarrett and Layfield is less time, but it's been building up for the last couple of weeks. A good month and a half. Britt Baker,
But having a build and having good build are very different.
I think Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy is really good. Jeff Jarrett, less so.
That match doesn't make any sense. Why is Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal going after Sting and Darby?
They talked about that last week.
And also
the answer is
also,
money.
It's
Rubbish.
TNA is what it is.
Yeah, it's very TNA.
And nobody likes TNA because it was trash.
Britt Baker and Soraya, I actually think, has had a good build up. Jay Gargill and Nyla Rose, meh. No, they're not a great build up. Jericho, Bryan Danielson, Claudio Castagnoli, Sammy Guevara.
Too fucking long.
I think
Just end it.
I think it's had a massive build up. It's been too long. I don't think they've used the Ring of Honor World Championship well at all. And that's a real shame. Tony Storm and Jamie Hayter, it's not really about Tony Storm and Jamie Hayter. It's about Tony Storm, Jamie Hayter, and Britt Baker. But it's for facilitating that.
The ROH title, right? It hasn't meant anything since Tony Khan brought our Ring of Honor.
It was such a waste, man. It really was.
It's like of all the... It's like, why?
Unfortunately, we're going to have to wrap it up because this has gone on so fucking long that my camera has actually died. So I have no battery. So unfortunately, you can't see me, ladies and gentlemen, but you can see a hilarious picture that I put in place of where I was. So yeah, bottom line is, I'm afraid we'll have to agree to disagree because for me, this card is way too long and full of people that I do not give a shit about. But I hope that Adam Lee enjoys it as much as possible because he deserves it.
Mr. Nix, I greatly appreciate disagreeing with you. Tanvir, lovely to disagree with you as well. Both of you are wonderful people who are welcome to your own opinions. They're wrong, but you're welcome to them.
That's adorable. Well, bottom line is what I watch makes a lot more money than what you watch. And that, at the end of the day, makes the world go round. Capitalism is a beautiful thing.
Come watch the pay-per-view with me, man. I think that would be fun.
No, absolutely fucking not.
I'm a stick on the hub.
Yeah. Anyway, from
Tanvir, stop
Adam
subscribing to me.
Anyway, Adam Wessex and Tanvir, thank you very much for coming on the State of Wrestling address.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Right. Well, apologies for the technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. It can't be helped. But if you do enjoy whatever you see, make sure to like and subscribe if you're on YouTube. If you're listening to this via audio, of course, which is good news for me because you haven't seen my camera malfunction. Well, that is, fantastic as well. Wherever you're checking it out, if you are checking it out at all, that is what is most important. We enjoy debate. We enjoy arguments here because ultimately we're not a bunch of fucking wet marks like the majority of the AEW fans. And obviously, yeah. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we are barreling towards ACW at the Parkstone Trades and Labour Club in Poole, which will happen on December the 3rd. Tickets are available, of course, at, I believe, ticketsource.com/ACW, not AEW. God forbid, they actually have people who can wrestle at ACW. But the good news is that if you want to see a bit more of Adam Wessex, then that's the place to be because he is, in some ways, the voice of ACW, even though he's never done any commentary, but he thinks he's really good at it. So that's adorable in its own right. And if you want to see more of Tanvir, check him out on social media and chat to him about anime or, young people or, other things.
Be your version.
Not young people.
Yeah. Not young people, please.
Talk to me about...
That's Tanvir's specialty. I don't want to step over that.
Yeah, exactly. Do you mind? He's only got one gimmick.
Talk to me about the hub.
Yeah, exactly. Well, all scissoring aside, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for listening or watching the Wrestle Plug State Wrestling Address, and we will be back very soon for more content from the Wrestle Plug.
Tanvir! Scissor me, daddy! Yeah!
You're both fucking fired. You know what? I've decided I'm just going to have a picture of Vince McMahon looking angry. Fuck yous all. Honestly. By the way,
it should be the pic of Vince nutting.
Is he not nutting? Come on, man.
It's all about Sable, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, right.